Hello, everybody. Welcome to Tales from the Golden Bough on Casters and Castles. I'm TormentedByGnomes. I'll be your dungeon master this evening, and I have an awesome group of guest stars who will be going on our adventure, A Day with the Fey. And I'll go ahead and let Ash get started with introductions.
Hi, everyone. My name is Ash. I am a staff writer for Kotaku. You can find me on Twitter at ADASHTRA at Astra, and I will be playing Bashara, a silver dragonborn monk who is always hungry.
I relate. Aryn, go ahead.
Yeah. Hi, my name is Aryn. I used to work for San Francisco Shock and Energy as their social media, and I hear myself echoing again. I'll step back a little. No. Okay. Anyway, I'm currently working as a voice actor and screen actor when we can go outside again, and I will be playing Sukari, who is a female Arakakra ranger, and she has a bloodlust. She loves hunting, and she's very skilled at it.
Awesome.
My name is Bemmie. I am a full-time freelance tournament organizer in esports. Sometimes some of the names I work with mainly is like DreamHack, and you can find me doing all the things on Twitter at Bemmie Esports. And I'm going to be playing a dark elf warlock known as Fionn Gorgon, and they are the sort of like the trying to be a badass in a protagonist anime group. They're like, I'll help you, but we're not friends kind of person.
Hi, everyone. My name's Alex. I am a fan of the Overwatch League, so I just yell and wave flags around and jerseys. You can find me on Twitter just ranting about, like, I don't know, social justice and fan stuff at Parallax, Parralex 0889. And today I'm going to be playing Quintarian. They are a human war cleric, just looking for serenity in all the wrong places.
Awesome. Welcome, everybody. Glad to be at the table with you. For some of you, it's been a long time coming. Our adventure today is called A Day with the Fey. And it starts out with the party already in something of a bad situation. Now, I realize I didn't add tokens for you folks. It's the one thing I forgot from my checklist, so I might have to scramble a little bit to take care of that during. But when our story begins, the moon is full, and it's unclear which trees are more than what they seem. Wings and sparkling eyes glint in the shadows, and leaves rustle without any wind. Though only a handful of creatures can be seen, the adventurers know at once that many more are watching them. You have come into the woods and crossed over into the fairy otherworld on this enchanted night. And standing before you are the creatures of the Feywild, gathered around for a somber occasion. A treant speaks words of light and solace, comforting all those present and chanting in a deep, woody tone. A chorus of blink dogs howl in unison, all in mourning. Pixies and sprites flip between the trees, raising up a mournful song, and all sorts of others have gathered here for the funeral of a dryad. Unfortunately for our heroes... Oh, did we lose somebody on the call?
Yeah,
We lost Alex.
All right, give us a sec, we'll fix this.
There he goes.
Everything good, Alex?
Yeah, my Discord just went away, and I was like,
Just decided to not?
Yeah, I just decided not, but okay, that's cool.
Right.
Just decided to blank away.
Exactly. Drifted into the other world. Where did you leave off?
Funeral for a dryad.
Yes, we are gathered at the funeral of a dryad, and unfortunately, due to extenuating circumstances, the four of you bear some sort of responsibility. Now, whether you were directly responsible for the tragic death of this dryad, whether you just happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time, whether you had incurred a debt to this dryad and now that the dryad has passed, your debt passes on to the people in this fairy glen. For one reason or another, the four of you are implicated. Can any of you think of what reason that might be? Again, if it's literally, I had nothing to do with this, I was just in the wrong place at the wrong time, that's okay.
I was definitely in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I was in the wrong place at the wrong time.
They may have encroached on my hunting grounds.
Ooh, unlucky.
No.
And this dryad, unfortunately, as wholesome as they may seem, they did have a bounty on them.
You know, it happens. Work is work. All right, let me grab out some pieces for you really fast, just to represent your characters. And again, I should have done this earlier, but we're here now. Ash, what color piece would you like me to use for your character?
If you've got anything like silvery blue, that will work.
All right, this is the closest thing that I got.
Okay.
Able to use my bio picture?
I wonder if I still have that from the last time.
I have a new one for today's.
Yeah, if you send that to me, if you DM that to me, then I can take care of that. It'll just take me a couple of moments.
Yes.
Aryn, what color would you like me to use, unless you have art that we own and can show on stream?
I'll be green.
Green. There we go. Access.
Wait.
All right. Bemmie, what would you like me to use to represent your character?
I would like purple, please.
Purple. Done and done.
Just keep up the continuity. Good old drow purple.
There we go.
Perfect.
Then Alex, if you send me yours, I will throw that onto the map. So you can see that we are gathered here today.
Get through this thing called life.
Exactly.
Rip Prince.
Brothers, sisters, all children of the Fey Wild. Today we celebrate.
One of our own has fallen, much like the leaves of autumn.
This proceeds for a while. This is going to be a lengthy process.
Can I make a Constitution or a Wisdom saving throw to stay awake?
Yes, because this is a non-magical effect. Otherwise, you would not be susceptible.
Oh, well, yeah, actually, I just realized that. Yeah, that would work.
Save to avoid, spontaneously entering trance to keep yourself entertained.
Perfect. Okay, I'll make a Wisdom. 23, okay.
All right, yeah, nope, you're sharp. You're still good.
I had my coffee. I'm okay.
All right. Let's see, and you should have control over your piece. Go ahead and position yourself wherever you would like on the map.
I'm probably gonna just keep my distance and kind of lean against this rock over here.
I'm up in the tree.
Excellent. And honestly, you're probably sharing that tree with one or more supernatural creatures, so I wouldn't be too worried about that.
Okay.
I'm getting closer because I'm very hungry and I want to ask the people around if they have any food. Does anyone have any food? Anybody got some?
Not for you.
Ooh.
All right, well, your party doesn't seem to be particularly helpful. What about, let's just give you the nice fusion orange for the circle there. All right, that's good. So does anyone in the party have any snacks or food of any kind?
I
That they could say?
got a couple of food rations. At some point, once they chew everybody's ear off, I'll just go look, just have some bread, and we'll get you food some other time.
Bread is not enough. I need some protein.
Okay, I have a couple of salami slices in here. Let me check. Got like a couple of slices, like one of those pepperoni packs that you get.
Mm-hmm.
Bread. It's like, is this okay? Will this buy you some time? Can you
Fey-
stop asking for food, please?
Lunchables.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. Gosh.
All right. Alex, your piece is on the board. You should be able to move them about as desired.
Thank
All right.
you.
Let's do me one more favor. You should see everybody's names across the bottom of your screen, and each of your names has a little block next to it. If you could click on that block and select the color that corresponds to the character token that we set you up with, it will make my life easier telling you folks apart.
Done and done.
I'm not great with colors, but
Mine's
hopefully it
already
works.
there.
Yeah, no, that's good. That's excellent.
Sweet.
Okay, so...
I'm gonna get approximation.
Sorry, what?
That's the closest approximation I can get.
Works for me. All right. As you are up in the tree, Sukari, you notice that a red cap, an unseelie Fey right here, I'm going to make myself red just to make that easier to point out. A red cap right here attending the funeral is clearly bored with Lord Oak's solemn proclamations. You're not entirely sure why this creature is here in the first place. The red cap is trying to pay attention, but keeps noticing people moving around, notices you up in the tree, kind of walks up next to the tree, looks left, looks right, kicks it. Roll a dexterity save to stay up in the tree.
Oh.
What?
Okay. Oh no, how do I roll? Beyond 20? Okay.
Yeah, so in D&D Beyond, if you have Beyond 20 installed, you go
Yes.
to your dexterity, and there should be a button on... I posted
Oh, I
some
can see
settings you can modify. Yeah, give that a try and see if that works.
Almost hit
All
four.
right. You're definitely staying in the tree, so you are good on that front.
Okay, I stare daggers at this red cap.
All right, roll intimidation.
Alright. Wow.
19.
Nice.
Okay. For a moment, it like looks up eagerly to see if you fall out of the tree, and then no, you stay exactly where you are.
Alright, cool. We're fine. We don't have a problem here. Everything's fine.
Just watch where you put your foot next time.
Yeah, how much will I put my foot? Don't worry about that. I've got a very clean idea of what to do with that.
All right. So somewhat cowed for the moment, you notice the sprites flitting about from one of you to the other. In particular, this one right here is gonna fly right up to Quinn. Quinn or Quintarian? Does it? I mean, this is the
Quinn.
dungeon.
Yeah,
All right,
Quinn.
yeah, cool. I was gonna say this is the DM asking. This isn't another individual person. So, all right. Roll a charisma saving throw. The sprite, armed with a tiny bow, glares at you as if trying to see directly into your heart.
Let's see what
15.
the heart says.
Well, you have a very good poker heart. We'll put it that way. All right. The sprite seems frustrated and flies over. Bemmie, roll a charisma saving throw as the
Okay.
sprite uses their heart sight to try to look in and see the content of your character.
10?
10. 10 even. You get a glare. Very piercing look. What do you do?
I just kind of like furrow my eyebrows and just glare back at them. I go, "Can I
Okay.
help you? Do you also need snacks?"
roll an intimidation check.
Okay. Why? Hey,
All right.
Nope.
Not particularly hungry, thank you.
And the sprite
Can I-
will. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I just go,
I was gonna-
okay, well, is there anything else I can help you with?
Alex, you were saying something.
Yeah, I want to ask in Sylvan to the sprite. Who is this person that's passed?
Mm.
Elmroot's mate. Elmroot's rootmate. Was killed by a hunter in the woods.
What kind of hunter?
If we knew that, we'd have vengeance by now.
Oh boy.
All right.
Can Sakari hear this?
Does Sukari speak Sylvan?
I don't think so.
DM, do you mind like putting that name in chat or something?
Sure.
One who passed, like someone Elrond.
Nah, it was Elmroot's mate. Elmroot the Dryad is also here. Does this module actually name the person who died? I don't know if the module actually has the name of the fallen. So we'll just say it's Maple. Maple's a good Dryad name. We'll go with Maple. All right. Did we find out if Sukari speaks Sylvan?
She does not.
Okay. All right. Jackknife the sprite is gonna fly again, just sort of bouncing back and forth between folk. Is gonna look at the Dragonborn who's got a couple of crumbs. You know, it's just
Yeah, just right there. Just right. No, not that side. The other side.
Right.
Right
Over
there.
here? Okay.
Yeah.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Yeah, you're good.
all right. Now roll a charisma saving throw.
What is he doing? What are they trying to get at?
8.
Fail.
What is? Tell me about your character's sort of like morality. Are they a kind person? Are they sort of, you know, just making their way in the world? Tell me a little bit about the content of her character.
So Bashara is a monk who is searching the world to try to find her lost parents. She wouldn't tell you if she's necessarily good or not. She's just, you know, kind of average person. Doesn't go out of her way to help people, but won't go out of her way to be mean either.
Okay. Good enough. And actually, while we're at it, I did not give the other folks who have passed muster so far a chance to describe their appearance and their demeanor and all that. So we're going to do this in a weird order. Jackknife is going to look at you, shrug, and then move on, last but not least, to Sukari. A little sprite armed to the teeth flies up through the tree, and they stare at you, again, with this glare that would be pretty... It would take you aback if the individual in question was not 1.5 feet tall. Roll a charisma saving throw.
What are they trying to do?
I know.
I guess this
Oh
is
wait,
really
oops, wrong one.
like
This is
vibe
not a
check.
saving
I
throw.
believe in you.
Yes, this is a vibe check.
Hold on.
All right.
Wait. I just rolled regular charisma. Does that work?
Yeah, you would have saved. That's
Look at
fine.
Okay.
You would have passed. Why don't you describe your character as you perch in this tree?
So my character is an Arakakra, which is like a humanoid bird with a bird's head. She is neutral evil, and she was basically raised by wolves, so to say, because due to an unfortunate natural disaster, she was abandoned by her parents, not of their will. They've been looking for her, but she hasn't seen them in a while, and she doesn't believe that anybody cares about her, so she doesn't care about anybody else.
All right. Having failed to elicit this information through the power of their heart sight, Jackknife flits back over to Lord Oak, and the two of them have a conversation in the Sylvan tongue. How many of you, we know that Quintarian speaks Sylvan. What about the rest of you?
I do not speak Sylvan at all.
Okay.
I have no idea.
I speak Celestial and Gnomish.
Gnomish is surprisingly handy
Well,
when you're doing.
you have to speak Gnomish, otherwise we can't play this game.
I know, right? They're one of my what is it? Favored enemies.
I approve. All right. So the two of them have a brief conversation, or in the Sylvan tongue, and it's, you know,
One of them speaking like this, very sort of angry, divisive voice, insisting that something ought to be done with these interlopers, that they've intruded on this place, and I haven't been able to determine the content of their hearts, except for that one, which is mostly thoughts about, chicken and snacks and stuff. With a particular approach for packaged cheeses. I haven't gotten to the bottom of that. But anyways, the rest of them, I can't tell a thing. I think we should just punish all of them.
I'm at hearing that, I'm gonna slide over here, and I remember your names, but I don't remember what you guys were. Who do I see behind me? What sort of visual is
why don't Bemmie and Alex, why don't the two of you describe your characters, starting with Alex, since you have the scene, and then immediately the person behind you who's also sort of in the scene. So you go first, and then Bemmie.
Okay.
Sure.
So walking over, you see a tall human dressed in really ornate, very samurai armor. They'd been leaning on a very large glaive. No helmet in their hand, kind of at a scene like this. You see there's a ornate gem swan that you see also just all across their armor. Even though this is heavy armor, a big weapon, they're just carrying it with ease. And then they're sliding over, keeping the funeral scene in front of them, but looking a little over their shoulder to see who this is behind.
Pretty badass, I must say, by the way. So what you see behind you is sort of a dark elf that has the hair short to the side, just sort of brushed back with a bun at the back of it, silver. And then you see a sort of a magenta purple skinned drow with then even sort of violet purple swirled tattoos going around each arm. And then you see sort of basic weaponry, very minimalistic, to the point where even it's just sort of it's a purple trench coat with and only just wearing a chest binder under it. And then has simpler traveler pants and some sandals, and is not looking very intimidating. And they have at least two archer gloves on both hands, but one of them has sort of what seems to be part of a gem infused into one of the gloves.
Okay, yeah, that's cool. I'm just gonna walk by and just say under my breath in common, take care. This might not stay safe. And I'm gonna move forward.
All right.
Sorry, what'd you say?
Yeah, you cut out just a little.
Sorry, I said take care. This might not stay safe.
I just kind of look him up and down, give a smirk and nod.
All right. Ash and Aryn, anything from the two of you as, again, this sprite just sort of... It sort of speaks in Animal Crossing talk. Which is about all that you can get out of this. To the ponderous treant. And as the sprite sort of drives their points home, a pixie floats up and continues this conversation, which I'm not going to act out because... I want you guys to have a scene. It's not just going to be me talking to myself in funny voices all night. But a conversation is going on. For those of you who speak Sylvan, you can derive this. Essentially, the sprite thinks that all of you are interlopers and ought to be imprisoned. The pixie says that while the fault may lie with you, forgiveness is a virtue, and it would be better if they repaid their debt to the other world by spending the day with us and assisting us with 3 tasks, because 3 is a great fairy tale number, and we can all agree that's the way that we do things around here, right? And the treant takes counsel from one, and then takes counsel from the other, then nods with a creak, and turns to the 3 of you, completely unaware of the fact that Quinn is fluent in language, and is going to proceed to explain in detail.
The lot of you will repay your debt to our idyllic land by spending 1 day with us, repaying your debt to society. You will partake of 3 important tasks to the betterment of Fey kind.
I'll look to see it look like any of my fellow interlopers are about to speak. Okay.
I kind of look like
just kind of look
standing there dumbly, like looking at the gigantic tree ant, like, can we have a feast first?
As
Sakari
one of
kind
your
of shrugs.
tasks, you will be assisting in the preparation of a feast.
Does
Sorry,
that mean we
I'll
get to
say-
partake?
Are we the feast?
Oh, yeah. Hold on. I didn't want us to be the feast. I want to eat a feast. That's not me or my friends. I want to details first because that's a critical point we have to make here first.
I will speak to the chef.
And he just leaves it at that.
I'll go, Elder. What is this debt that you speak of?
Someone amongst you had a hand in the death of our dearly beloved and departed Maple. But forensics have not yet been invented. And it is easier to simply gather the lot of you than to do the hard work.
Your commitment to justice is legendary. Will you tell us about this Maple? Who might have ever had cause to harm them?
Maple was well beloved throughout the autumn woods. I can think of no one who would have wished any sort of harm upon her. I mean, look at that guy.
And the treant slowly points to the red cap who's sulking up against the tree.
Even he's here. And he hasn't stomped the blood out of anybody yet. That's amazing.
We are offering Maple our best behavior for such a paragon of virtue. But these debts, am I to understand that once we've accomplished them, then you are satisfied with us?
Yes. If you partake of these 3 tasks and spend 1 day, we will consider the slate wiped clean. I have listened to Thizzletwit's wise advice.
He points at the pixie.
There is no place for hatred in our hearts.
I could think of nothing that I would agree with more. Besides the feast, do we know now what these 3 things we must partake are?
I'm I'm not really a details sort of treant. I like to focus on the big picture.
See what
But
you did there.
I'm sure that Bizzletwit has everything in order.
So which one is Fizzletwit?
The excitable pixie flying right next to him waves with an incredible amount of energy, so fast that, like, the eye cannot track the movement and it's reduced to a blur.
So we talk to Fizzletwit and we get our tasks and possibly the feast. Kind of hungry. Is that okay?
Fizzletwix is like right near us.
Yes, she's
Okay.
she's floating around. Again, she was sort of
This one,
there were
right?
three
Oh, yeah.
participants. Let me go ahead and make her name visible. There we go. Boink.
Is there any way for me, since I'm kind of like hanging around the back, to just kind of see if I can just back out with anybody noticing?
Yeah, roll a stealth
I'm just
check.
gonna exit this door.
Okay. Oh shit! I have no modifier. 5.
Oh no!
I just kind of just slowly just hug myself against the wall that I'm still, or the rock's still leaning, and I'm just kind of like sidestepping around it.
Like discover like a pothole or something.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Keep on a tree root.
There's a
And
person
then
on the other
everybody-
side.
Yeah, because I hear like jobs and like stuff. It's like I got stuff to do. I'm out of here.
This sounds like work.
Yeah, it's not even money involved.
Hmm.
Dryad had it coming.
Boys, we got a runner.
I just go no, I am trying to get a better angle of this tree. Okay,
All
I
right.
want to make sure that I'm making eye contact and being respectful of your. Are you an elder? Are you like middle aged? What are you? I don't know. How many rings you got?
I think that's a deception right there.
That is a very, very personal question.
I'm
You
so
never-
sorry. I don't know the social boundaries of what is and do's and don'ts. I don't take up on social cues. I'm not a big body language reader. You know.
That is okay. Being willing to change and listen is important.
Oh my gosh.
All right.
Cool.
Thistletwit is eager to whisk you away off to the exciting day of activities and tasks that she has prepared for you. Any objections? Does anyone have anything else they'd like to do before you proceed?
So we know that Maple is the root mate of who?
Elmroot, the dryad, who I will make her name visible. There she is, right here.
Is it
Okay.
possible for me to like go and offer condolences to Elmroot?
Yeah, absolutely. That'd be, most fitting. And you said that you were just in the wrong place at the wrong time, right?
Yeah. I was
I would
probably
go.
wandering in the woods looking for mushrooms or something.
Okay. She's dealing with a lot of grief right now, but she was sort of looking to jackknife the sprite to see if there was any hatred in y'all's heart. I mean, that's the name. That's the name.
I was like, what kind of like karate is that? Like,
The shiv
Well-
of truth.
The ship of truth. The switchblade of immutable justice.
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
back that whisper, I love it.
I'm gonna walk over to Elmroot
Mhm.
and just try to offer condolences. Like, I'm really sorry about your root mate. I know this must be a very difficult time for you. And I just want you to know that we're here for you. And if you need anything at any time, especially if there's food involved, let me know.
All right.
Kind of like dab my eyes a little bit.
She the dryad is takes this as intended. This is clearly intended as a sincere gesture, but they do things very differently in the mortal world. So she really does not, the whole just going straight to the food. But thank you. And her fellow dryads just like pop out of this tree right here, just making sure that she's all right. But but your gesture is taken with as a sincere if odd touch. Does anyone?
Okay, so
Yeah,
Sakari doesn't. Oh, go ahead.
So after Bashara says that and the dryads start popping out, I'll just nod to them and say in Sylvan, I hope peace returns to this place, and I'm sorry for your grief.
All right, they give you an appreciative nod, and the two of you, for your kindness, they bestow upon you a gift because chat has decided to use their channel points to give you a treasure.
Ooh.
Is it a Holy Avenger? Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't know a paladin?
It's a Qualish?
The apparatus of Qualish? The Colossus of Clout? Let's see what we got.
Colossus of Clout, that's great.
Why don't we have Alex roll percentile dice? So you'll need to do that in Roll20, obviously.
Just let me know. Oh, this is just a table, right? So it doesn't. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't matter.
Oh, 86.
Wow.
High roll.
Almost my birthday. On something good.
In my campaign, you would just pull a giant shark out of a glass.
For my campaign, someone rolled a percentile and wished themselves out of existence.
Oh, fair enough. All right.
No.
That'll happen.
Yeah.
It'd be like that sometimes.
You hate to see it.
You hate to see it.
Do.
Roll again. 86 is boring.
Okay. 68.
Oh,
Flip it.
Wow. Oh,
Rigged.
magic.
All right.
Right next, right?
Is a 68 more interesting? Yeah, I think a 68 is more interesting. Yeah, sure. Why not? They give you a potion of flying.
Whoa.
Nice.
And Ash, you were also part of that scene. Why don't you roll a percentile dice as well? So in Roll20 /R space 1d100.
Oh shit. Oops. Sorry. Let's
All
try
good?
that again. You're not gonna believe this. You can't see it because for some reason it's not going to Roll20, but I rolled a 68 too. So
What?
Well, you know what? Potions of flying for the both of you. Why not?
nice.
Yeah. So the standard dice roller in D&D Beyond isn't compatible with Beyond 20 because the dice roller in D&D Beyond, they're implementing upgrades so fast that the people who make the extension are like barely keeping up. So next time, just go into the chat window in Roll20, type /R space 1d100, and it'll work. But I like the duality of the same 68. So the two of you both have a potion of flying. Let's see. Does anyone else have anything they'd like to do before we proceed?
Sakari doesn't do anything yet, but she's just kind of surveying the area. She looks at Thistletwit and she imagines her talon closing around this floating creature. Just because it's a game, it's something that's quick, something she hasn't hunted yet. So she's just kind of imagining the possibilities right now.
Meanwhile, she looks up at you with like these big wide eyes.
Hello!
Aw.
She just looks at her, doesn't say anything.
You're a bird!
You're a fairy.
Hooray!
Anyone else?
And she just flaps her wings like this. Okay.
I think I'd like to go over to the red cap. Just talk with them for a quick second and ask like a couple of questions, if I may.
Yeah, by all means.
Okay. I walk over behind them and just kind of cleared my throat.
How's it going, killer?
No idea what you're talking about, unless you're talking about looks. Pretty good. How are you?
My boots are dry. I hate it here. I don't even go here.
Why are you even here?
There's a life debt I owed.
What?
Yeah, I was in a life debt to the dryad who died. Yeah, it's a very embarrassing story that I'm not going to talk about. Actually, okay.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, how about this?
All right. Talk to me.
Who's closest? Who's closest right now?
Uh,
Sukari's in the
I think
tree.
Aryn.
yeah, I think so.
And Sukari gave him the stink eye.
Okay, I'll make you a deal. Alright?
Yeah, what's up? I lean over.
You kill the bird and I'll tell you a story.
Does Sakari hear this?
Roll a perception check.
Oh man.
That'll be interesting.
The offer is the story.
Oh yeah.
No.
22. You totally hear this.
Yeah, it's a really good story though. Super embarrassing.
Okay, Sakari comes down from the tree and stands right behind the red cap.
Mm-hmm.
Just a looming shadow.
Well, all right. You know what? I got a little story for you. There once was a red cap in the Feywild
I don't like this.
who stood for a little too long for a while. With the shake of their head, it was going to be a little more than just red. As an Anacra stood right behind them, and I just sort of backed. Does she get an advantage on intimidation because we're flanking?
Make intimidation with. Well, no, I will not grant advantage because of flanking, but I do grant advantage for limericks, so you can take it.
Good job.
Now, if there isn't a roll again because you have advantage, and we'll take the better of the two.
Oh, okay.
Okay, not bad.
All right, the red cap jumps, looks between the two of you, sizes you up. You can see him. He's doing the math in his head for a moment. He's like,
This party sucks.
Actually, as a matter of fact, just one quick question. While he's sort of, if he's focused on the Anacra right now, is there any chance I could do a little bit of a sleight of hand, see if I could steal anything?
Yes.
yeah.
It's a funeral.
All right.
All right. Yeah.
All right.
Oh my gosh! What is with these rolls?
It's a good way to get your bloodline cursed forever.
Oh.
It's true. Although the red cap is more interested in a specific bloodline, namely yours across the forest floor. So as he's about to stomp off in his gigantic clomping, literally metal boots, and he feels a hand in his pocket and he whips around to grab at you.
Oh my gosh, are you okay? I was just
Roll deception.
What the?
Wow.
You should just
Plus
never do
+6
anything
bar.
ever.
I have such good charisma. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Hey, Sprightly Dice! This is a thief! He's trying to do a thieving! He's thieving me at a funeral!
Bruh, do you?
Kill him!
Oh my gosh! Look, I sorry. I just walk away. I just pretend I wasn't even part of this. No,
All right.
just walking away.
Sprites.
Try to they walk away.
Go. Oh, okay. Oh. I'm sorry. I'll stay.
Sukari, are you still ominously Batmaning right behind this?
Yeah, I've just been standing the whole time with wings out.
All right. So the sprites all gather around as the red cap tries to convince them that you were robbing him at a funeral, which is.
Isn't that super disrespectful or something to the memory of the place and the thing and the stuff?
This guy was just talking about how much he doesn't like her.
They look
Yeah,
at you.
and you just said this party sucks?
Yeah, this party.
I saw him trip and fall.
By the
I
way,
was just trying to
this is
help.
not- do you constitute a funeral as a party?
How
Nobody
dare
gets-
you?
Nobody's getting crunk at somebody's funeral. That's
But
ridiculous.
it's a celebration of life.
Celebration of life, but that's not a party. That doesn't constitute as There's different tiers. Okay.
But the celebration native, not party.
Look,
With food.
you're not helping my case. Just give me a second. I got this.
You know what? Let's just go build this dinner.
Yeah. Okay. Whatever. Fine.
Really, no one's gonna kill anybody. No, you're just. I hate this place.
No, somebody's already dead. We're not gonna kill somebody at a funeral.
Quinn, you just rolled up here as Bashara is like providing commentary on the nature of, celebrations of the dead in various cultures. Are you doing anything at this scene as this argument breaks out?
Do the sprites look like hostile? Do I see like weapons drawn?
They have their hands on their bows, but they don't have any of their little arrows drawn.
Okay. I'm gonna go over and then what is I almost said Treebeard. What is the speaker doing?
He's sort of rotating, by degrees in order to keep up with everything that's going on.
Perfect.
The dragonfly from Animal Crossing.
I'll just say to him and Sylvan, I'll say, Elder, perhaps we should get started. Do we just go with Thizzletwit or?
Yes, Thizzletwit, would you please escort them along the way?
And Thizzletwit, bursting with excitement, spins around in an insufferably saccharine display of sparkly magic, and the glade vanishes. Replaced by a barn, which I don't have a map for.
Did you say a bar or a barn?
There's an N at the end, so it is a barn. Yeah, less
Could be a barn
exciting,
and
less
a barn.
fun. All right. The barn smells of hay, sulfur, and strangely enough, candy. The lighting is dim, but sunlight shines through orderly cracks in the roof. Up in the rafters, an indigo fairy dragon blows bubbles while watching pixies crank a laundry-style pulley of dewdrops right through some sunbeams.
I nudge Quinn, like, hey, think we can eat those?
I think
I
they
play up to the dewdrops.
Okay. I'll take my glaive and see if I just like get 2 of them on the blade, and I'll bring them down to us. And I was like, you first.
Oh, I wonder if it's cake. You know how everything's cake now? If you cut things open, it's like cake. Think it's cake?
Yeah,
I think that's on a different plane of existence.
It is actually
And
a
it's-
little-known fairy curse that they can place on your entire household, that everything you touch turns to cake. It's great at first, but the novelty wears off real fast.
Oh,
I mean, I don't like cake in the first place.
Well,
I gotta get this dewdrop.
He's the murderer. Stab her. No, I'm just kidding.
I poke it, sniff it.
I'll taste one of the dewdrops.
okay. What the deuce happens if you drink one of the dewdrops?
Did I unknowingly ingest some kind of like eldritch poison?
Oh, well, it's not poison.
it's very vague.
Per se.
Well, it's not poison.
It's not gonna.
Right?
It's not gonna kill
you-
you.
You might wish you were dead, but, it's not,
Yeah.
not the worst. Okay.
Do you have braids? So if I start barfing, will someone hold my hair back?
I'll hold your hair back.
Thank you.
Okay.
Good looking out.
Roll a wisdom saving throw.
Oh Jesus!
Everybody?
No,
Perfect.
No,
Only-
just the
only-
one thing. The do.
Okay.
23.
Oh no.
And a 10. Okay. All right. You are now... All right, so it tastes very refreshing. It's sort of... If something could taste the way that like a fresh spring morning feels as the sun breaks over the meadow, that's what this tastes like. It's the finest. It's not icy cold like a river stream, but it's that same level of bright, clear purity. You're also glowing now, Bashara. You are...
That's
You are emanating light.
Can we see it?
Disco ball?
Yes,
Oh,
all
yeah.
of you can see the glowing.
Or silver, right?
It's gonna last.
Groovy.
I'm gonna
I guess we don't need a torch.
avert
Yeah,
my
no.
eyes because the glow hurts.
Yeah.
Is it like piercing? Is
refreshing.
it like really big bright glow, or is it just like, oh, you kind of like a cracked open glow stick or something?
Oh, it's pretty bright. It's pretty
Oh,
bright. Yeah, like it's
Gosh.
a little distracting. Let me fill you in on some more of the details about this barn. First off, what's everyone's passive perception score?
13.
15.
Also 13.
16.
All right, all of you immediately notice that there are no nails in the barn. No metal whatsoever. It either fits together just like nicely, incredibly well-made wood, or it's tied together with cords. There's also piles of rust dust on the ground, but there's no, like, the hinges are not made of metal, the latches are not made of metal. And I'm going to point out a couple areas of interest. There's the door, the stalls. In the far corner of the room is a large nest made of straw and peat and covered with colorful blankets.
Do we hear anything? What do we hear?
Yes, so there are pixies floating about. There is the fairy dragon in the rafters just blowing cotton candy looking bubbles. There are 10 large creatures in the stalls. You haven't been able to identify what they are just yet. 5 pixies all wearing straw hats and suspenders and, you know, working in the rafters, operating the dewdrop purification system that goes through the sunlight. And the nest. So you haven't peeked into the stalls yet to see what sort of large creatures they are. Your task right here is to participate. You have to groom the creatures, the livestock, and you need to assist with a hatching.
Ooh, hatching what?
Don't worry, the livestock, they're so friendly, they just love everybody, and it's gonna be so fun for them to make new friends with you.
What's that? Okay, I'm gonna peek into one of the stables to see if I can identify what kind of animal is there.
Okay. A gigantic insectoid creature, an arthropod. I think it's the size of a horse. Maybe it's a little bit smaller.
God.
Yeah. Its body is covered in thick, lumpy armor. Its long tail ends in a bony protrusion, and 2 feathery antennae sprout out of its insectile head. And as you poke your head in, it crawls up to the front, and its antennae sort of flicker around as it comes up to greet you.
So I've learned the answer to the question: would I rather fight 10 fly-sized horses or 1 horse-sized fly? And the answer to that question is no. You turn around away immediately because no.
Oh. There's 4. Oh my gosh, how many of them are there?
Oh, they're in stalls. Don't worry, you're
Okay.
probably fine, right?
Probably.
Sorry, I'm moving everybody around again. We're sort of abstracting this scene.
It's fine.
I'm going to look up and hail the fairy dragon, and I'll say an elvish. I think fairy dragons speak. Well, fairy elves. Let's see. Hello there.
Yeah.
Nice bubbles you're blowing. Very good quality. Where are we? What is this?
Barn?
Whose barn?
Ours?
Okay. It's just like a friendly, like, home share thing.
Yeah. The whole concept of personal property is
Yeah.
problematic on a good day.
Who you telling? So I think we've been sitting here to groom and hatch things.
Mm-hmm.
What needs hatching?
Gestures over at the nest. Let me see if I can find a nest graphic to show. You're wearing a lot of food. That's a weird choice.
Food?
My armor?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna like clank the metal against the metal. Like it's not really
As
edible.
you do that, all the stalls rattle, and you see these feathery antennae pop out of all of them as all the creatures.
The clanking?
Yeah, like all the creatures heard that, and it's like when you rustle the treat bag or you accidentally knock over the food container, and all your animals just doing.
So then I'm going to not do that again and say in common to everyone, I think they don't like metal, or I think they do like metal, and since I am covered in metal, I don't want to go towards the stall direction. Would someone like to go see what's over those blankets?
Sakari wants to go over there. And
Okay.
as she reaches the corner, she like picks up her talon and starts to like carve like her little insignia, like little S with a little bird on it.
Sakari was here. All right. Sakari, what was your passive perception?
15.
Okay. So as you approach the nest, right? You're moving up towards the nest. It's made of peat and straw. It's covered with colorful blankets, and you see movement underneath it, and you hear crackling sounds.
Okay, she lifts up one of the blankets.
Mm-hmm.
And
Okay.
just trying to see where the sound is coming from.
All right. So under the blankets, there are 12 eggs. They're about yay big, probably. And there are 2 weevils. About yay big. Like small larval versions of the creatures that are inside the stalls.
Why though? All right, that was just me. Go on.
And as you open it, you notice some of the eggs are beginning to hatch, but the creatures inside don't seem to be able to break out on their own. They may require assistance.
Okay, I yell over to who was Quintarian talking to?
The fairy dragon.
Yeah, I yell over to the fairy dragon. Do we only need to hatch one of these?
I'm not your boss.
Oh boy.
Thistlesplit is flitting around, by the way.
Okay.
Oh, this is there.
Can she hear what I just said?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Would she answer? Would she know?
Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
you need to help all of them hatch. There's a whole new batch of the little critters coming out. But you should be careful because while they're very sweet and they don't mean any harm, they do like to bite. It's just how they discover the world and how they taste things. So you should probably be careful as they start nibbling. Those mandibles can be a...
Okay, and I look at their mandibles and just kind of like, try to judge how close I can get to these things. I reach into my quiver and pull out an arrow and just start kind of poking on the eggs with it.
All right. You're poking the eggs?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'll poke one egg.
One of the weevils, there's 2 of them, crawls up and brushes the metal arrow tip with its antenna, and it just immediately corrodes and dissolves into rust and just...
Oh.
My arrow!
And then it starts eating up the rusty dust that sheds off.
Why did you do that?
Are you wearing any armor?
No, I'm wearing leather.
Okay. It sort of like inspects that for a moment, doesn't seem interested, and then keeps shuffling around. What are the rest of you doing during this?
Me and my beautiful armor are staying away, and I am offering helpful suggestions from the corner.
Does dancing lights radiate any type of warmth, or is it just purely light?
Just purely light.
Like,
Okay.
yeah.
I am going to assist at the nest.
Okay. You're gonna help
I'll
with
ask
the
this.
hatching?
Yeah.
All right.
Is it these eggs are big, right? Can I
Mhm.
just like knock one of them with like the kind of like you're knocking an egg with your hand and see if that'll do?
Yeah,
That'll
for
break
sure.
it.
And like you see them poking their way out, so you definitely can get your hands in there. And as you do so, one of them, as it pops out, tries to bite you.
Oh.
Chat. Ow.
And I'm gonna roll for this. What's your armor class?
My armor class is 16.
Okay. It fails to bite you. What kind of armor are you wearing?
I am wearing also leather armor.
Okay. All right. Tries to take a nibble, but no joy. But you are able to help. You've now successfully hatched one of the eggs.
Yay.
Oh.
Yay, can we name them? Thistletoy, can we name them?
That's a wonderful idea.
Okay. I try to like, how big are these things? Can I like pick them up and like
Yeah.
hold them like a baby, or like how big are these things?
Yeah, you can definitely pick them up and hold them. They're
So
tiny.
I,
They're
like,
like the size of a cat.
Pick one up like like a cat, and I look
Mhm.
at it and I'm like, I'm gonna name you Ham Sandwich. I put Ham Sandwich back into the nest, and I kind of pat its head like, there you go, little
Yeah.
Ham Sandwich.
Are you doing the Simba? Just like the...
Exactly.
Well, we know what's on your mind.
I do ask a question to the Fizz and go. So the pile of sulfur, what's that for?
Oh, that's the leftovers of their food.
So they produce sulfur?
It's more of like rust than sulfur, corroded. Ferrous oxide is the technical term.
Okay, got
Oh,
it.
and
And
Martha,
we need to feed the big dudes, or what do we need to do with those guys?
Well, they need to be groomed. They get a lot of buildup around their carapace, but they love attention and they love scritches, so I'm sure that won't be a problem.
Okay. So then my question would be then, Dungeon Master, is it possible to use my mage hand to groom these?
Theoretically, yes.
Okay, I would like to do that and just sort of. I'll just go ahead and just kind of slowly walk up because I'm not a big fan of the bugs, but I'll just kind of like snap my finger and summon a mage hand to sort of just kindly caress where it's supposed to be.
All right.
Do you want me to roll like an animal handling or something, or?
Yeah, animal handling is good. And an arcana check, since you're trying to do this through this floating hand.
Oh, okay, sure, yeah. That's fair. Do you want me to, do you care about the order, or?
The order's fine.
Okay, fine. All right. So, Arcana, 17, and then animal handling will be 22.
All right, yeah, I'm going to say that you've successfully groomed one of the rust monsters.
Okay.
Do these rust monsters have an official like name, like genus, species, just name at all?
You know, fun fact, they are actually literally called rust monsters. That's the thing that they're called.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna ask the fairy dragon and thistle. I would love to help, but as you can see, I'm disadvantaged here. Is there like a wooden chest where I might store my things for their safety? It's very important to me.
see.
I'd like to place my arrows in there as well, all my equipment, if possible.
Well, first off, the fairy dragon seems irritated at this continuous being pestered.
Apologies, and I'll say it in Common and Elvish. Like apologies. Like the faster we are done with our task here, the faster we can leave you to your important work.
Boring.
Okay.
So
Sakari says, "Do you want help or not?"
the fairy dragon is again like, look, I don't need your help. I don't even know why you're here. Honestly, all I know is that I was attending to my important duties, and then a bunch of adventurers.
Sakari stopped listening.
Wow, there needs
I'm
an
knocking
HR
on
department.
other eggs. I
Mhm.
get another weevil out. I'm gonna name this one $5 footlong.
Well, $5 footlong failed to bite you. So, well done.
Oh, good.
Because you can't go wrong with a $5 footlong.
Done and done.
I'll start like unarmoring myself, and I'll just
Okay.
put it like in the corner, far away from all of them.
All right.
It'll probably take me a minute.
Yeah, that's gonna be a bit of a process. All right, let's go back to sort of going in vague order. So we have $5 footlong. Let's go with Sakari. What are you going to do?
I'm gonna head into another stall,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna leave my quiver and my swords outside.
Mhm.
And I've seen these creatures in the wild, so I'm gonna just attempt to groom them to the best of my ability.
Okay. So these ones, the ones you see in the wild, they're, usually wild. These ones are tame and, again, incredibly friendly and affectionate. They love being groomed, and they like to nuzzle you, which is, an experience. However, they also smell the tasty, tasty treats throughout the entire area. And as you are you opening the stall door?
Yes.
Okay. It tries to bowl past you. Roll an opposed athletics check.
Ooh.
I got a 9. You're probably fine, right?
I hope.
Oh my.
Whew.
Okay.
I was almost a
18.
1.
Yeah, you managed to. Whoa there, easy. You shove it back into its cave, and it's super. Like poking around. You smell like metal. It's like a horse that thinks you have treats in its pocket. Roll an animal handling check.
$13.
All right, great. No, you do a good job. You've now groomed another one of the rust monsters. Well done.
Okay, and Sakari's just like, oh. Yeah.
All right, Bemmie, what are you going to do?
I will just keep doing my thing and just kind of, I'm just sort of like, I guess I'm sort of here just standing in the middle, just
Mhm.
distancing myself from everything and just sort of mage handing one by one the ungroomed monsters. And I'm going to keep trying to do that.
All right, roll the 2 checks.
All right.
Natural 20.
Nice.
Nice.
And a
And a
7.
7. Ugh.
Well, those two cancel each other out. The arcana is the mage hand sort of wavers at points, and you sort of you lose sight of it as it somehow gets stuck up in the carapace somewhere. But the creature seems into it, so you're fine. The process is complete. It's like, I have not been able to scratch there. You would not believe, the chitin is just in the way. This is fantastic.
Oh.
Thank you. It starts doing the little thing with its leg when you hit the spot.
Oh, okay. That's great.
All right, Alex, what do you do?
So after taking off all of my armor,
Mhm.
I'm still left with like my metal collar and my holy symbol, the swan necklace. So I'm gonna, as I'm walking over towards the eggs, I'm gonna say Thistle, and I'm saying this in Sylvan. Promise me you will not leave without me, or without bringing my armor, or without my armor being on me.
What?
Just make sure I don't leave my keys. Okay, I'm just gonna go over and like help with the eggs.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks, T. Then I'll go help with the eggs.
All right. Go ahead and roll an animal handling check. Actually, you know what? You're able. It's a pretty simple process. That said, yeah, no, you don't even get chomped on. It just sort of mouths you around your arm as you successfully hatch another one of them.
Hey, are you gonna name that one? If you don't name that one, I've got a name for it.
Please do the honors.
Pot roast.
Hello, pot roast. Yes.
Girl, can you tell like the sex on these weevils?
Roll an animal handling check. $20.
Wow.
Expert, like a zoologist over here. Like,
Yeah, so pot roast is a girl, and $5 footlong and ham sandwich are both boys.
There we go. The expert has spoken. It's a very obscure monastery. They teach a lot of different electives. Very helpful. All right.
How many eggs do we have?
You have hatched 3. There are 9 to go. Would you like to hatch another?
I would love to hatch another egg.
All right. It's going to try to nibble on you. What's your armor class?
16.
All right. It almost gets you right through the armor as it just, but you're good. What's this one's name? Go ahead.
Do I get the idea that if it were to bite me, that it would hurt?
It wouldn't feel good.
But is this like cat scratches, or am I getting dog bites?
You would lose hit points.
Okay, so no, we don't want these to. Hit. Need a name for this one. Quinn, you got any ideas? I'm trying to go with a theme here.
I was always partial to pork chops.
Pork chop. I can dig it.
Excellent.
Yeah.
I love sticking to the theme.
DM, can I get a snack now? I'm like really hungry all of a sudden.
That hits all of us. I literally like cooked it. I've taken to cooking a huge dinner and like chomping it before I stream because you never know.
Yeah.
All right. Aryn, what are you up to? 3 of the rust
All
monsters
right.
have been cleaned without incident, and 4 of the eggs have been hatched. You folks have a good strategy in place so far, it seems.
Divide and conquer. We're doing this really well.
I call Thistleflit up to me and ask her, do you have any like spoons or coins on you? Just curious.
Do you have a spoon?
All right. I go over to my quiver and take one of the arrows out and decide I'm just gonna like snap one of the ends off. I open the next stall and I kind of just like dangle this little treat out for the guy.
Clever. So you sacrifice 1 arrow, and in exchange, you don't have to body block.
Yeah.
I like it. No, that's highly effective. Roll an animal handling check.
Okay.
So proud of my player.
16. Yeah.
Nice. Yep. 1 by 1, you're getting the gunk out from under, between their claws, I guess. Excellent. Well done. Bemmie.
All right, once more with feeling. We go again.
Okay.
All right, so.
Rub-a-dub-dub, it's a magical scrub. What?
Oh my gosh, this one's getting the works.
This is the scene from The Sword in the Stone, where all the things are just washing themselves, and there's some nice jams playing in the background. You've got a whole assembly line. You get 2 of them done.
I turn to
with
my
that roll.
radio.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice. Awesome.
Excellent. All right, Alex.
Seeing as pork chop almost got Bashara, I'm just gonna touch my holy symbol and cast Shield of Faith, and then go for the next one.
Nice. Invoke divine magic to avoid getting bitten by weevils. It's legit.
The only armor I have on me is my holy symbol and something very important to me, so I'm going for it.
Okay, what's the let me roll first to see if it matters. It does not matter. You're good. But that spell lasts you for a while, so that'll get you a few rounds. You have hatched.
It does.
You've hatched another weevil. Do you have a name for it?
I'm gonna call you Taters.
What's Taters, Precious?
Taters. What's Taters? Potatoes.
Boil
Alright.
them, mash them, put them in a stew.
Boil them, mash them, boil them. All right. Before we get too down far, Ash, are you continuing to work on the hatching?
I am, but while I'm working on my latest child,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna yell up to the fairy dragon, like, what are these for? Like, do you milk them, or do you ride them, or these rust monsters? Like, what purpose do they serve? Like, why are you taking care of them here?
The fairy dragon peers down at you, blows a particularly large pink bubble that floats rudely in your direction, and goes back to whatever they were doing before.
Okay.
So does that mean you milk them, or no? Okay, fine. I guess I'll work on. We have 5 eggs. You said there were 14.
There's 12, and
12.
two live ones scurrying around in the nests.
I'm gonna go for the next egg, kind of knock on it, and kind of clear out some shell out of the way so they can emerge.
Yeah, you're a natural at this. You haven't gotten bitten once. What will this one's name be?
This one's name will be Potato Chip.
Potato Chip. Welcome
What flavor,
to life.
though?
Single potato chip and potato chip.
Okay.
Non-plural
Kettle.
potato chip.
Yep.
Baked.
All right.
And while I'm doing this, I'm gonna like scritch the other ones. I'm kind of getting into it. Like I was kind of grossed out before, and I'm still a little bit grossed out, but they're kind of cute. So I'm kind of just like, gonna tentatively pet them.
Yeah, they're growing on you. Hopefully not literally.
Yeah.
Oh.
Aryn.
Okay, DM question. Will there be an opportunity to buy more arrows, and also do I consume them? Because I only have 20 right now, and I...
You do not know, and yes, we are marking down ammo.
Oof, okay.
I can have some of my arrows. I have like
I have
whoever.
mending. Actually, I don't have mending.
What was that?
I have a mace.
I have some spare arrows in my inventory if you wanted some, because I think
Okay.
I've got darts.
You have darts? Are there metal? Is there metal in the darts?
I think there has to be. But
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Would you like a crusader's mantle?
I kind of toss her a dart.
Thank you. Say I owe you one for that. So I instead of taking an arrow, I take the dart
Mhm.
and same thing. Walk into the door, into the stall, and dangle it.
Give me an animal handling check, but you're on the right track.
Got
And
it.
then Bemmie will be up next. 13? Good enough. There's only 3 of them left to scrub.
Nice.
Are you continuing with the assembly line, Bemmie?
Yeah, 360 all scrubbed. Yeah.
All right, hit it.
Ooh.
All right, that one gets a little bit, wiggly, and it
I
takes
got a
couple-
little overconfident with that natural 20. You know what I'm saying?
It happens.
I was feeling myself a little too much.
All right, but you do get the job done. It kind of shifts around, and that's probably a grunt. You don't know if that grunt is the right word.
I'm too in tune with the music in my head while I'm scrubbing. I'm just like, yeah. It's like, oh, this is my favorite one. It's just like I'm too busy not paying attention to whether I'm doing the right thing or not.
All right, Alex.
Same thing. Sorry, I've already cast that. I'm gonna look up to the fairy dragon again because why not? Fuck him. Esteemed one.
Sorry, what was the question again? I didn't hear. Name?
The fairy dragon's name. Just calling up. Like, do you have a name, esteemed sir, friend?
Yes.
Care to share with us?
I love.
Care to, and then suddenly the fairy dragon snaps its down towards you, and its eyes go swirly. Wub, wub, wub. Care to do your job while I do mine? Roll a wisdom saving throw.
What the hell?
All right, Feisty.
Old man
I got
fairy
you.
dragon's
I
got some tricks.
All right. A wave of magic washes over you as the fairy dragon suggests that you leave him alone. But you resist the spell and are free to continue to be annoying.
Yeah, I would like to do my job, but where I come from, workers are treated with respect and dignity. It's this wonderful place that doesn't exist on the Prime, but that's fine. Just make sure you get our time cards right, and then I'll just open the next bag.
I'll tell you, those Feywild time cards are a pain. What with the fluctuations of temporal reality and all, it gets messy. All right.
I don't want to think about it.
Seriously. Nibble, nibble. Ooh, what's the armor class that you currently have with Shield of Faith?
Yes, I have to take off my plate real quick. I think the Shield of Faith should have me good, though, but I will confirm that in one moment. No, it's going to be 13.
13? Oh, yeah. That one gotcha. That one gotcha.
Oof.
Oh.
You take 4 points of damage as it nibbles on you. And roll a dexterity saving throw.
Oof.
Oh.
Oof.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
All right. Where is your metal stuff at the moment?
Oh no!
I mean, so I have like a metal collar, my holy symbol. Oh, I have a nose ring.
Oh boy.
Oh.
Anything else?
Everything else I would have taken off.
All right. Collar, holy symbol, nose ring, wheel of character destruction. Go.
Oof.
Did that actually? Okay, 1. Okay, the collar, as it bites you, one of its antennae brushes the collar, and much like the young baby rattlesnake, the weevil form of the rust monster has particularly potent chemical process. The collar is not corroded into dust, but rusted to the point of breaking.
You might want to get that looked at, buddy.
So it's like rusted off.
I mean, it's still kind of hanging around there, but if you move your neck wrong, it's gonna just part of it's gonna snap and fall off. It's got just rust running all over it, particularly bad where it got touched, but sort of spread like mold.
As it's like probably irritating my skin, I will say, well, aren't you delightful? And then I will, I'll take it off.
Gingerly stow it. So what's this little bastard's name?
This little bastard is named Soraya.
How's it
Sorry to
spelled?
break that. Soroa. Or YA, sorry. I'll put in the chat.
Is
that's
that
right.
food?
It's not food. It is.
He broke the deed, man. He's not gonna believe he belongs.
All
That's what he gets.
deserves.
Yeah, that is what he gets.
Unfortunate. All right, Ash. Anything aside from continuing with the hatching? You're making good progress, and soon the others will be done with the rust monsters.
I'm just gonna hang out with my weevil babies, like Muppet babies, but bugs.
How many eggs do we have left?
There's one more, right? No.
You've done 7. There's 12 total. I imagine this is like if Labyrinth had Muppet babies. You know what I mean?
Ugh.
Or if the Dark Crystal, like you had Dark Crystal babies.
I'm gonna try to hurry this along, so I'm gonna grab like 2 eggs and bring them close to me, and I'm gonna take both of my arms and like knock on both at the same time.
Okay,
Like,
well, I should be rolling to hit you before I roll to do damage, so give me a sec as we go. 2 at once. You've moved along to the point where you're definitely sort of an expert at this. Oh, chomped. And double chomped, yeah. So it was a good idea, but unfortunately it is not without its problems. As you are now sort of overwhelmed, you get bit for a total of 8 points of damage between the two of them.
Ouch.
And
Okay.
Yikes.
Thanks for made.
do you have any metal on you?
No, I've got a pair of earrings, but I'm not particularly wealthy monk. Kind of live lightly, kind of, not gross or anything like that, but just like kind of tattered clothes and things like that. Mostly fabric, leather, that kind of stuff. Nothing metal except like maybe a belt buckle or some earrings.
All right, well, earrings on a 1, belt buckle on a 2.
Oh,
2, they eat the belt buckle.
great. So now I kind of have to like keep my hand around my waist just to keep my pants up. And I'm wondering, does anybody have any rope or something I could use? Because kind of don't want to be like throwing my ass to people.
I got you. And I just sort of tossed them. Like I get some 50-foot rope and break off enough for it to be like a tie around the waist kind of thing.
And it's not like a thin piece of twine, right? This is a rope.
Yeah, it's proper rope.
All right, but that's fine. That'll do. What are these two? What are their names?
Since they were born at the same time, we're gonna call them twins. We're gonna call them chocolate and peanut butter.
Excellent.
Oh, that's a good
Two
one.
great
I like
tastes.
Perfect combination.
Together.
Love Reese's.
All right, there's all sorts of these critters hanging around the nest at this point. We got 1, 2, 3,
I'm
4,
hungry.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Ooh.
All right,
This barn is getting kind of crowded.
it is. Aryn, you're up. There are 2 rust monsters and 3 eggs left.
Okay, I turn to Quintarian and say, hey, do you think you're ever going to use that collar again?
Yeah.
Yes.
Dang it. All right. I asked Bashara if she has any other darts. Dargers.
Got any darts?
Hey, got any darts?
Quinn?
Darts. No, I'm still kind of like fiddling with my clothes that are falling and overwhelmed by weevils, so I'm not paying attention.
Okay.
We've all been there.
Yeah. So Sakari's like, whatever, and goes over to another stall and decides to just risk it this time.
I got arrows if you want one.
Oh. Okay. I'm glad you stopped me before I walked into the next stall.
Yeah.
She grabs the arrow, snaps off the end again, gives the stick back.
Just in case.
Just in case you want it.
I grab the stick and just throw it behind me.
It's dangerous to go alone. Take this.
Stick.
Go ahead and roll a animal handling check.
Ah!
A 6. Okay, this one gets a little feisty. It smells. There is so much deliciousness out there. There's just a pile of gourmet treats in the corner. And oh my god, it wants it. Roll an opposed athletics check as it tries to bust past you. I got an 11.
Ooh! Close.
A 22, yeah, you body block, easily shoved back in and given a thorough scrubbing.
Whoa. Yeah.
All right.
You're not getting past me.
All right. Yoon, it's your turn.
All right. Well, last but not least. All right, let's do this.
Scrub, hatching some grubs.
All right. Awesome,
Excellent.
Awesome.
They are all now shiny and squeaky clean rust monsters. Well done.
We did it.
Shiny and chrome.
There
Shiny.
are 3 eggs left. So, if Ash decides to double up again and Alex does one, you'll be done. Otherwise, somebody else can pitch in. So,
I'm not doing that again. Motherhood has scarred me right now.
Quinn, you're up.
I will grab the next egg
Hmm.
and I will give it a thump and hope for the best. Serenity
Chomp.
in difficult times.
Ouch.
Chomp.
Yeah.
You take 5 points of damage as like you're just sort of thrown off. You know, there's some memories are being literally tarnished, and
Yeah.
it's,
You see how
roll a dexterity saving throw.
This is
No joy again. Virulent little ones. Right in the nose ring.
Oh.
Not only
Yeah.
did that hurt,
Ouch.
that's exactly how you get tetanus.
Yep. Oh, I'm feeling great. Love the Feywild. So happy to be back here. This is
So I'm just
Just
curious,
for-
how do you get tinnitus?
Well, we all know the answer to that question. You go to Eichenwald Bridge, and you start there. You hang out with Toby. All right, so what's this one's name?
I'm gonna name you Dion. And then, seeing that there's two left, I'm just gonna nod at Bashara. Is she still shining, by the way?
Mm-hmm.
It's like
Like a diamond in the rough.
just so like, you know what, this I feel I've contributed and I've sacrificed for this mission. I'm gonna go put up my stuff, put my armor on, and then I'm gonna go back and start dressing.
All right,
leave me
Yeah,
together.
just swarmed
leaving
with
you all the
weevils.
tips. Yeah.
Just so you know, I'm coming after you for child support.
I need some healing words. I can help with that.
Okay, you go. Put your clothes back on, and I'll handle the last of these eggs. There should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
There should be two left.
Yeah, 2 left. Okay. I'm gonna go up to 1 this time, only 1 at a time,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna tentatively, from like a distance, kind of just tap at it because I don't want to get bit again.
All right, I'm gonna have it make the roll with disadvantage, but I'm also gonna have you roll an animal handling check.
Okay.
10. Flat roll, good enough. It's not so bad. All right, yeah, you are able to. Was that to maintain concentration on the Shield of Faith spell
Yeah.
when you got bit?
I have Warcaster as my advantage. So the first one, I think I took like 8 damage. So that one I passed. And then for the second one, what should I take for the second one? The nose ring?
You took like 4 damage, but isn't it 10 or? Nah, you're probably fine.
Or half.
All right, then yeah, you're fine. Don't worry about it.
So yeah.
Yeah, you're good.
Just for
Mhm.
housekeeping.
Appreciated. What is the name of? Because you succeeded on that, by the way, Ash. What is the name of this one?
This one shall be. Got to keep with the theme. Somebody here didn't want to keep with the theme.
I like how they get back at them by giving them a normal name.
That is all I could do.
That's different. You ate my nose ring.
Chorizo.
Chorizo.
Ooh.
I want breakfast. Now I want breakfast.
Oh, that makes me so hungry.
I'm sorry. All right, well, it is your turn. Do you want to take a crack literally at the last egg?
Hey, yes, I do.
Okay.
Oh, I like what you did there, Gnomes.
You take a crack at the egg takes a crack at you. What's your armor class?
14.
14. Yeah,
Oh.
the little blighter bites you. You take 5 points of damage, and what do you have on you that is metal?
Let's see. I have a bracelet, and what else? I've got 1 gold in my pocket.
Okay. Is the bracelet magical?
No.
Okay, roll a dexterity saving throw.
Ah! Why?
A 13. Yep, the bracelet is ruined.
Whatever. Wasn't important.
And what will the last Rust Weevil's name be?
Let's see. Burnt toast.
Toast.
I
Excellent.
like burnt toast.
Do like a good crunchy piece of toast. I agree.
No, this is like scorched. Like,
Oh, even better. Just put a little jam on it. It'll just nullify the taste of burnt.
like you could scrape the burnt part off, and it would still
Yeah.
be like
Your toast has burned,
inedible.
and no amount of scraping can remove the charred part. All right. Thizzletwit, hooray!
So,
Good job.
what happens to them now?
They are an important part of our security system. Cold iron is bad, and they love it.
Okay, security system.
Also, they're just so cute.
You mean this
Yeah,
entire time we've been hatching police bugs?
No. Think of it more as like, personal guard dogs.
Big question though. How does this have to do anything with the feast? Because this has really nothing to do with food except for that monk over there naming everything after it.
No, that's later. This is just, three riddles and 3 maidens and 3 goats. That's how these things work.
Sure.
Uh-huh.
Goats?
Don't worry.
That's normally more of a troll thing with the 3 goats, but I'm just trying to stay, according to our idiom.
It's cultural. That's what this.
Exactly. All right. If you'll come this way, and
Wait,
Thizzle.
before we leave, Thizzle, what is with the dewdrops? Like, am I gonna glow permanently? Like, does this wash out or?
It'll probably pass in like 8 hours.
Drink.
You
Lots
need to
of
go to a
fluids.
feast glowing.
Sorry, what?
What is this?
Oh, it's sunlight. We purify the dewdrops with sunlight, and normally we just drop those on the rust monsters to clean them, but, the personal touch is a lot more important. With the drinking, get lots of
Drink Mr.
fluids.
Clean?
I mean, no.
And no matter what anyone tells you, that will not cure COVID. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Thistle, we could have just put the little dewdrops on the little critters instead of risking life and limb.
Yeah, but I think an important part of their upbringing is that personal touch. It can be a hard world out there, and no creature deserves to be raised touch-starved, even if they're capable of destroying your most valuable possessions with a mere touch.
Before we head out of the barn, can I mage hand one of the dewdrops and kind of water balloon it at Thizzletwit?
Yes. Roll an Arcana check.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh, yes!
Splash! She blinks a couple of times and then just starts to glow. Well, she already sort of glowed a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm beautiful!
I just put on some sunglasses and just go like, okay, let's move on.
Takari takes her feathers and just covers her eyes like this.
She flies around and does circles around everybody. She's terribly excited by this, and it's sort of like a flashbang just repeatedly going off in your face.
Okay.
And now Sakari's like a cat, just kind of watching it.
Is anyone photosensitive here? Because we gotta take precautions.
Yeah, we have to put a warning on the stream now. It's
As we leave, after I've done all my armor and got my stuff back, I'm just gonna go to Bashara, give her a tap on the shoulder, and cast Healing Word as promised.
Heal for 4 health.
4.
I am healed a little bit.
Oh, kind of.
This will improve your condition.
Bashara will remember that.
Oh, I need to give Thizzletwit an unspeakable aura of glowingness. One moment.
Apologies.
Only fair.
Hope this comes in handy whenever we go down a dark cave or something.
Yeah, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just so everyone knows where to aim their fireballs, yes.
Or, it could be like an anglerfish situation. It's like have like the pixie hang out, glowing a little bit, gets bitten by a thing, we just go after it. It's easy done, easy clap.
Just put Thizzletwit on a rope.
Yeah, forehead.
That actually,
We do have a rope.
we do have a rope.
That's true.
All right. Anything else in the barn?
To the fairy dragon, I'm just gonna go or stand. I'm just gonna turn to him and say, "Well, sir, it has been an absolute pleasure, and I wish you visitors every day from here on out." And I'll bow and turn.
Could I also water balloon the fairy dragon?
Roll an Arcana check.
Nice.
If I had
No.
workout
Aw.
scene, I would give it to you for this. Unfortunately, I'm one level away.
Roll a dexterity saving throw, Bemmie.
Oh, damn it! I should have saw that coming. No!
Oh!
Ooh.
Oh, all right. So you don't a natural one. You would have just splattered the whole thing directly on yourself. And the good news is that didn't happen. The bad news is you did get some on your hands, which are now glowing. So, like,
Oh gosh!
yeah, anything you have to do like close range is you're gonna have disadvantage on it because you have to look at what you're doing. But you know,
Can I do like an underhand where I'm just like, or just something like that? Yeah.
yeah, but that would probably give you disadvantage anyways, right?
Yeah. You know what? You're probably right.
Does the stuff work on inanimate objects?
Not as well, not
Okay.
nearly as well.
Next, I touched my glaive with it. It wasn't glowing.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I kind of want to touch like one of my daggers on it, and just kind of have it.
Oh, like a
Okay,
glowing.
To glow.
Yeah.
Hey, friend, before
This
we
is
leave you
cosmetic.
forever, to ensure that we stay gone, will you do us a favor?
Oh, we're talking to me?
That's fine to the fairy dragon.
Oh, okay.
The fairy dragon puffs a bubble that floats towards your face and bursts. Roll a wisdom saving throw.
I think it just farted in your face, bro.
I almost
A 9.
want to Eldritch blast this guy. I hate him.
All right, you inhale it, and suddenly you're just having the most fabulous time in your entire life.
Then everything is magical.
I got euphoria breath.
You got euphoria breathed.
All right. Well, Quinn would. Hey, what do we do next? I thought I wouldn't like being in this place, but you know what? Sometimes time does heal all wounds. Where are we going now?
I'm gonna put my hand over his shoulder just to kind of help steer him, and also put the light on the other side and have something to block it.
All right, so you put your hand on their shoulder and on the other side of their body, covering a little bit of the light against it.
Yeah.
All right. Excellent. So, Thizzletwit is going to lead you to an amphitheater, an open-air amphitheater. You pass through a forest, you clear a short walk from the Rust Monster Farm into a large open-air theater, and Thizzletwit informs you that you are serving as ushers for a very important event. The Archfey Lady Verenestra is hosting a grand ball this evening, and this afternoon, all the area's musicians are competing for the chance to play at the evening's festivities. There's going to be people coming and going during the competition, so we need you to greet everybody, and we need you to seat guests in between each competitor. You know, like whenever somebody comes up to stage and then they leave and everyone goes back to get snacks, you're going to have to keep everyone out of the way. Treat everyone with respect, and above all, do not get distracted by the music. Any questions?
What?
Sakari, as she breathes a sigh of relief, she is then again weighted down by the anxiety of having to interact with people. Because she thought she was going to have to perform on the stage. Thank the God she didn't have to.
Okay, note to self, next time. Next time.
Big question to Thizzle, which is don't get distracted by the music. Like, ushers don't usually get distracted, and even then, like, so what is there something special about this music?
Oh yeah, it's phenomenal. It's delightful. It's very literally enchanting.
Oh, boy.
Okay. Got it. Thanks. Well, it's a good thing I have this shining light here. I can go like right this way, sir.
Instead of like flashlights, we are
Yeah,
the flash.
exactly.
You know, that would have come in really handy when I worked at Disneyland and I had to do all the way through the walkway, please. All the way through the
Yeah.
walkway. Do not stop
Yeah.
during the fireworks. Thank you.
No, Alex, why? Alex is done with this job.
No, I saw that button and I was like, I want it moved, and then I did the wrong thing.
My favorite is when I click the download update button in the middle of a call and it's like, oh yeah. I'll just take care of this while I'm.
Yeah.
Apologies.
Do we have to wear special usher clothes?
That's a great idea, but unfortunately we didn't bring any.
Oh,
Okay, good.
swear if you ask them if, like, teacher, did we have homework?
But out of curiosity, if you were to wear special usher clothes, what would they look like?
Probably like some flowing robe, but not too ostentatious, with, I don't know, white gloves.
Perfect.
And then like a necklace around your neck with like some kind of insignia attached to it, right?
I think I would
Like a badge.
More like a badge.
Mhm.
I like
did
that
do
idea.
the white gloves, and then I think I would just like ask to get like a garland or like a corsage would put like on my glaive, and then just like have that like match whatever central floral scheme is there, and just like kind of point people to like their seats with my glaive.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Great. I'll do all that. But what does ostentatious mean? Never mind. Don't care. And Thizzletwit uses polymorph, and everything that you just described is true except for the outrageously bright floral print on everything except the gloves, which are pure dazzling white.
Nice.
Did they do this to everybody?
Everybody who spoke up about usher clothes.
Okay.
Wait, how do Arakakra wear gloves? Or is it
It would have to
Would
be
an
like
Anacra wear
fingerless talon.
Yeah.
on the talons?
Yeah.
It'd have to be like fingerless, talon gloves, right? That's the only thing I can think of.
Or on the beak, maybe? Like a little snoot.
I'm imagining like an owl with like a bird keeper glove.
An owl, like I've got my own owl. The owl has an owl.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
And for some reason, I don't know why, I'm imagining some sort of thing on the beak, like chaps, like you'd wear chaps on your shoes.
Yeah, that's what I was
like,
thinking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh my god. Brilliant.
just dapper. All right. So you are the theater's seats are made out of twisted branches and knotted vines. Rows upon rows of seats encircle a stage covered with flowers. The sun is high in the sky, making the air warm despite a faint breeze. And despite the open nature of the theater, the air smells strongly of a very heady perfume.
I'm
Go ahead, Benny.
Oh yeah. Sorry. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna grab. I'm gonna go see if I can find like a like some kind of cloth or something that I can kind of sort of slightly wrap around my ears, make it like kind of a bandana, and then just make sure they're tucked on top of my ears.
Okay. You don't see anything in the area specifically that would work like that, given that you're just in the middle of a forest.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think I have really any mats on me in my inventory that allows me to do that. So I'm just okay.
Anybody got a bedroll?
Yeah.
Maybe we could take like the cotton batting out of a bedroll and stick it in your ears.
That could probably be a good idea.
I
don't
also
have,
have feathers. You know.
You know,
Those would be
that sounds like that would be
itchy.
pretty painful.
I'm good. Do I see any like big leaves around, like on some trees or something, or is this just such an open field that there's like no trees?
Roll a perception check.
Okay, sure. I think just my way of prepping is just doing this. 17.
Okay. You see Lord Oak, the treant who is presiding at the funeral,
Oh, shit.
come ambling in, and there are several trees around him.
Okay.
These trees sentient.
Yeah, are they sentient?
They appear to be trees. They are also
Well-
they are moving, so there's that.
I'm just
I do have a blanket if we just want to. I'll sacrifice it. So if we just want to like make some strips out of my blanket.
yeah. I could probably take one of my daggers and like start cutting up and making some like bandanas for us to wear so we can like wrap them around our ears.
Cool.
I like the
yeah.
idea.
Okay.
I do not have ears.
we'll agitate your chakras then. I'll make some like ear muffles, put them on, and then like put my helmet over that.
All right. So was that for you, or was that to cover the earless one?
The earless one.
That was for me. Like for the earless one,
Earless.
I'll say a prayer. But
The prophecy has spoken of the earless one who will come to this land.
Yeah, do you mind if I take like some of your blanket as well?
yeah, no, I'll for everyone. Like, yeah.
Oh, okay, great. Yeah. Great.
All right.
I just take a strap and wrap it around like a bandana and put it over the ears.
All right.
Same.
I guess Sukari kind of just makes it into a belt.
Okay, cool. You now have a less annoying belt. All right. So Lord Oak and these trees sort of shuffle towards you expectantly, having just arrived. What do you do?
I'll go over to them and I will say in Sylvan, hello, Elder. Hello, Alder. This way, and then I'll just start walking and act like, well, I would be sort of trained up in social cues to get this. I just don't really know where they go. So like as I'm going, I'm like, hey, Thistle, where should I seek the VIPs? VITs?
As you turn around, Thistle is nowhere to be seen.
Oh,
no.
excellent. Well, right this way.
I would just put the important people at the front, man.
Yeah, so we're gonna go right here.
Mhm.
Then your
Isn't he gonna block everybody's view?
Yeah, but are you gonna argue with the elder dude? He's like, excuse me, and then like you see him turn around. He's like, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize.
they said they were presiding, right? So I want to get them like close to go over
Well,
and
sorry,
speak.
to clarify, Lord Oak presided at the funeral. Here, Lord Oak is just attending the festival. Not here in an official capacity.
So then I'm gonna go to like my my usher earpiece that I'm totally wearing. Go like, and then I'm gonna say, Elder, apologies, we've made a slight adjustment. You're actually over here. Come this way, please, cherished one.
All right, so that's room for Lord Oak and one of the trees. The other, how many trees do I have? Yeah, I have 4 trees. 3 trees. Where are you going to seat the other 2 trees?
It's like right here, please.
All right, they, without saying anything, rumble their way and then settle themselves down into the benches.
And do like the Southern Baptist thing and like hold up one finger as I go back and just. It's all coming back to me.
Fans in case somebody falls out.
Yeah. Just,
All right. Meanwhile, while Quinn is taking care of, let's see. While Quinn is taking care of Lord Oak, 3 sisters all show up at the same time. Right up here in the corner. Quinn is busy. Who is going to tend to them?
What language do they speak?
Well, they are complaining loudly to each other in common.
Okay.
A perfectly nice swamp. Didn't need all this hustle and bustle about. Oh, look what they've done with the place. Do you smell that stink in the air? Used to be this fine, rotting odor. The finest
Sakari
of...
hears them talking.
Oh, yeah, they are loud. They're loudly talking.
And she flies over this way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah.
She nopes out.
Yeah.
All right, that leaves... Sorry, go ahead.
I will take care of the sisters. Right this way, ladies. I want to sit them. I'm looking far away. Like the stage is like made of flowers, right?
Correct.
And they like the stink, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to sit them like far back in the back. I kind of think I want to sit them behind the trees because they have like a woody kind of smell, and maybe that'll, calm them down or chill them out a little bit. Or maybe make them sit in between the trees. No, we want to sit them together. So I'm going to move them. This is my little token back here. So they can get that nice earthy smell that's coming off the trees.
Okay. Oh, this is a fine view, isn't it? Yeah, at least we don't have to see all those riotous colors. Ugh, this magic is so garish. I tell you, this place was fine. They didn't even get a permit. Oh, we'll see. This is going to be a complete disaster. What acts are they going to bring in here?
Is this like the Statler and Waldorf of the Feywild or something?
All right, so you're taking care of them. Let's see. There's all sorts of pixies just fluttering around overhead. They're not really seating anywhere. They're just flying overhead, buzzing excitingly, sprinkling, flowers and stuff. Don't really need to worry about them too much. You see Jackknife, the sprite, and a bunch of other sprites looking very serious, working security, flying around, keeping an eye on everybody. They're surprised to see you here. Clearly you passed the first of the trials, which means that you may not be cold-hearted killers working from within to destroy our idyllic lifestyle, enemies of the state.
Yeah.
They're watching you.
Okay.
All right. Who else have we got? A brown bear, an elk, and a weasel
Ooh.
arrive.
I think this is in her wheelhouse. She flies back over.
Mm-hmm.
And she says, welcome. Kind of gestures to follow.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Kind of opposite of the giant tree, she takes the animals and puts them over in this direction.
We got room for the elk, the bear, and the weasel just pops right between them.
Aw.
And you're not sure exactly where the bag of popcorn came from, but the weasel now has a tiny bag of popcorn.
Oh.
Can I do a sleight of hand to try and grab some?
Okay. Roll a
'Cause,
sleight of
birds like popcorn. Yeah.
roll a sleight of hand check to steal the popcorn. What do we get?
Wow.
Nat 20!
Okay, yeah. You have somehow got a whole like fistful of popcorn, talon full of popcorn, and I'm not going to explain how you did this. There's video game logic where you can steal someone's plate armor while they're still wearing it, but somehow you took the popcorn from the bottom of the bag. It's got all like the nice butter on it, and the rest of it is still sort of handing up. But then the weasel grabs another handful, and it all just sort of flump down in the bag, leaving a whole bunch of space. Looks in. Bear leans over.
You gotta slow down on that stuff. You're eating too fast. It's not good for your digestion.
Okay. I fly over to Bashara and say, and offer some popcorn and say, "My debt is repaid."
Whoa. The best thing that's ever happened to me in the last 20 minutes. Shove it all in my face. I'm very I get like popcorn kernels all over my snout, and I just don't care because I'm a very, very food insecure person. So I kind of have a tendency to just like eat everything in one bite because I'm afraid it's going to be taken away from me.
I like your style. You should stick around more often. The three sisters. Meanwhile, Fionn, as everyone else is busy, a majestic vision of sylvan glory, a shining unicorn surrounded in scintillating splendor, and as it appears, almost this choir of sort of synthy, who can say where the road goes, flows through the background as this majestic beast appears before you.
Should you like the 90s like it girl like slow motion like
looking, wistfully into the middle distance.
how long do we have to hold this pose until she moves again?
I understood that reference. What will you do?
Kind of look at it for a second, just to kind of take it in, because I've never really seen a unicorn before. I'll go like, "How's it going?" And
So,
yeah,
Play cool, bro. Play cool.
are you here? Are you here for the show?
Yes.
Cool. Do you know what the show is?
The winner of this performance shall sing for the festival tonight that is being held sort of because something went very badly recently and we're all trying not to think about it, and we thought that some music and laughter and food and merriment was the best way to forget.
Wow.
well, that's some unhealthy coping mechanisms, but
You
you need therapy.
can't
This is
even
called
let
the
go
Fey
past-
Wild, it's not called the Fey Woke. We don't really know what we're doing around here.
I kind of go. Is like, I just kind of go. Are you okay? Like, do you need to talk about some stuff? Do you need to get some stuff off your chest, or?
I am the strong pillar upon which this community rests.
Yeah, that's great. But like, okay, yeah, everybody rests on you, but who do you have to rest on?
I literally have a spell called Calm Emotions, and let me tell you, that thing gets used a lot.
Yeah, you need to talk about it.
No, you
I
want
kinda- Yeah, I just kind of like put like kind of an arm around the neck, or like an arm is like, and I just like, let's go for a walk, buddy. And it's like, it's just sort of like,
Are you abduct a unicorn?
no, I'm just, it's not like, can't friends, I don't know. I just want to get away from here. And I was just like, oh, this is a good opening. It's like, I'm not, I can get away from this enchanting music because I don't want to be possessed by whatever the hell this is. And then basically I was just like, let's help a friend out. So, I'm an asshole, but I'm not that much of an asshole.
So you literally are stealing a unicorn. You
I can't hear you.
Yeah. That's what I got out of that.
Now I should be. Oh no, the thing is like, My headphones sometimes have a tendency to do this weird thing when it just goes absolutely crazy, and it just doesn't know if it wants to be plugged in or not.
See,
There we go.
I
That should
thought
be fully
I thought
plugged
they
in.
were making a joke about having like in the ears.
Okay. Here we go. Now I should. All right. Sorry. I'm back.
No worries. So you're gonna go have like a heart-to-heart with the unicorn off in the woods away from the festival?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. What's your alignment?
I'm neutral evil.
Okay. You know
All right.
what? The unicorn's gonna take you up on it because it's often the people who reach out to help others that really are the ones in need of help themselves. So let's go. Let's go talk. And
Yeah.
the two of you wander off into the Feywild.
Great.
Well, it was very nice knowing you. Enjoy what.
We're gonna find him with like a unicorn horn in his chest, right? That's what
Guy's gonna come back like Mr. Burns after like the radiation therapy, just like all wide-eyed, like peace, friends.
Yeah. Exactly.
Do
Just
not
because I'm
run.
neutral doesn't mean I can change.
Exactly. All right. So the three of you who are still on site at the festival have all returned from assisting your individual guests, and you see 4 mushrooms ambling in. They're all carrying umbrellas, very wide umbrellas, which combined, let me get the unicorn out of here, combined with their already like just wide heads, give them an immense, space that they occupy essentially.
I can take them. Does anyone want anyone? Okay.
Go for it.
I'll just say to them and comment. I was like, "Hello, friends. Here for the festivities."
They all.
And-
Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna like layout wise, it's an amphitheater, right? So like the further back you are, the higher it is.
Yes.
Okay. That's right. What were they saying?
They don't say anything. They sort of bob and amble, and then a puff of spores emits from them, and as it floats across the air, you suddenly hear their voices in your head.
Welcome! We come in peace! Music is a gift to all forms of life! Forms of life.
Funkadelic?
I mean, this is how you started, so you might want to be careful.
Yeah. So I will point with my glaive and a little hold my nose like this and right this way, and I'll lead them here for this row. Fill out here.
Merriment is upon us! Rejoice! Rejoice!
I will certainly do my best. You enjoy the show.
Agreement!
Sorry, could you just say the claw in that voice?
The claw!
All right. Somebody else up next as an enormous panther with 6 legs
What the hell?
and 2 octopus tentacles emerging from its back shoulders prowls out of the forest, accompanied by 3 adorable freakish kittens.
Oh,
I mean, I'll take it if nobody else wants.
Yeah, you guys I got the mushrooms that spored me. You get the fucking tiger squids. Tiger panther squids.
Okay. Well, I guess I walk up to them and I say, "Welcome."
Would you like to be my failure?
They sort of blink at you.
Oh, they're over there. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just sorry. I'm gonna move over
okay.
to the entrance to the amphitheater since they haven't seated themselves. That would be a violation of protocol.
Okay. I think I'm gonna place them far away from the. Oh wait, there's a bear there, so I think it's fine.
there's a bear there.
Yeah, a bear with the deer. Let's see. Since this panther thing has little ones, I'm gonna put them in the back row. Right in the middle.
So they go to the crying room just in case.
Yeah.
That's literally what.
Exactly.
If she has to like go, to the bathroom and pump some breast milk or whatever for feeding and all that
There
stuff,
you
she
go.
can at least slip out.
Exactly.
Take someone outside while they're still setting the donuts up, and if they're getting too antsy, just in case.
So
All right.
smart thinking there.
So, as this happens, the first act is about to begin.
Okay.
So, we have everyone sort of hushes, and the pixies are fluttering excitedly, and the sprites are patrolling everyone. And one of the satyrs comes up on stage, and where's everyone going to take up positions?
I could get Usher. I would be right here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it would be towards the entrance, wherever that is, just to hold people back during the middle of an actual performance and then let them go to their seat when the performance stops in between.
So,
Like a play.
Sakari's gonna go here. And
Oh,
she's there if you need her. But she's not gonna go out of her way to assist anyone. Plus you're the animals that she helped are right here, so she's fine with these guys.
All right.
I'll get the other side. You can see it that one, Ash.
So what?
I'll get the other side. You can get that side, Ash.
Sure.
Right. The satyr begins to play the pipes, and this beautiful, enchanting tune wafts across the area. Everyone who's at the performance, roll a wisdom saving throw with advantage because you all have your ears stopped.
Mhm.
Yeah.
While they're doing this, gnomes,
Mhm.
could I roll a charisma check or something so I could befriend this unicorn more?
Yeah, absolutely. Roll a persuasion check as the unicorn is eager to hear of your journey and what led you to this place and what choices have you made along the way and what's life like where you come from and
Sure. Okay. Yeah. I'm kind of very sheltered at first because I'm trying to lawyer my words, if you will, as I'm figuring out. I was like, well, work. I like to travel. Love meeting new people. My favorite show is The Office. Yeah.
All right. So you're not opening up too much just because you're on this very strange, telepathic commune with this celestial entity.
Yeah, I'm trying to see, how much they're able to read into me first before really opening up. Like seeing how much I'm pressured to open up first.
Right. Well, the unicorn hasn't hit you with the detect spell and is being very understanding and empathetic for starters. Or are they?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's an awkward conversation for starters. Just everyone saying, "So, what do you do for fun?" But
Yeah.
all right. So, Sukari, you're fairly close to the stage, and that is a banging tune. That is some fantastic music. If they don't make this satyr the winner of the competition, that would be a travesty, a crime against the muses themselves. This is a winner right here. This is the performance of a lifetime. You've never heard music like this before. You are charmed.
Okay.
Ooh.
And a single tear rolls down my bald eagle cheek.
Yes. Crying eagle. Oh Lord, fantastic. All right.
My God.
So
Okay.
this means you are not paying attention as the three sisters say, well, I can't. Can anyone tell where that awful racket's coming from? I can't because all I can't see the forest for the trees. Well, I can't see the trees for the forest. Ow. I live here and normally I'd be able to see all of this. What is going on up there? Are they killing a cat up there? Is there a cat in a bag that they're just trampling on? Because that's what it sounds like. The trees turn around and just stare at the sisters. Where is Quinn? I lost track of.
He's over on the other side.
All right, got it. Bashara, there's this sort of fuss as the three sisters are complaining to each other.
I kind of walk over them and I'm like, ladies, what's going on? How can I help?
Can't see shit, Captain.
Well, yeah, I mean, do you need to see this is like a, it's a concert. It's about hearing, not really seeing. Your ears. You see with your ears, not your eyes.
You see with your ears?
Mouth. Yeah, it's a concert.
That's fantastic. Can we have one of them?
Oh no. No, I kind of put my hands over my ears, like, I need these. Kind of important. How about this? How about we move you somewhere else?
Yeah.
Would that help?
Yeah, that would help. That'd be fantastic. Maybe move us somewhere where they aren't just trampling baby piglets to death.
Oh God.
And listening to the squeals. You suck.
Oh.
Huh. I will move them to the other side, I guess, like far in the back, but I guess they'll still be able to see.
Okay. Yeah, at this distance they can see over the bear, the elk, and the weasel.
Okay, good.
All
Is
right.
this better for you ladies?
Yeah, they continue to mutter and such, but they seem, while they are reluctant to admit any sort of gratitude, their complaining has died down and become less volatile.
Okay. I didn't have to give up my ears for that. That's good. I kind of just like stay nearby in case anything pops off again.
Okay. All right. The performance is over and everyone claps politely and a new batch of guests arrive.
Oh no.
Yes, for getting ready for the next one. Meanwhile, Fune, any other turns or tact you'd like to take as you continue to converse awkwardly with this celestial being?
Yeah, I try to be. I think I've broken the ice to a point where I can kind of go like, so what? So like, what is their plans? I'm trying to figure out. Like, I'm gonna start asking like, what their plans are for this festival that they're planning to do, this feast, or like, what is the intention? Have they had guests, or do they not know anything about this? Like, I don't know. Kind of general information of like how they handle with previous crimes, if you will.
Well, the principles. Hang on. While the Fae have their own sense of justice, I subscribe to the theory of restorative justice, wherein the first step after realizing that you have harmed somebody is to look within yourself and identify the source of the harm. Then see if making an apology would cause further harm, or if it would allow some sort of healing to pass to the injured party. And enact change within yourself to make sure that you will no longer, for those who do not transform their pain will transmit their pain to others. And that is where the healing must begin, is within the one who has done wrong to their community. But they must also make back the harm that they have done to their community. You know what I mean?
I thought you said this was the woke wild.
I guess I do. I kind of start staring at my hands and then stop staring as they have light in them. What have
I done? Oh God! Ow! Ow!
It's like, I think like you're kind of right. I wish, like, how do you feel? Like, do you feel like maybe the Hydra had it come into it at least a little bit? I try to find if there's like I start to feel a little bit guilty about helping murder the Hydra. I don't say this out loud, but I gotta go like, did they owe you 5 gold or anything at least?
No, everybody loved Maple. Maple was fantastic, except probably the local logging group that wanted to clear the grove in order to work,
Oh God.
just mulch in the gears of capitalism.
Yeah, just also, save the kid in orphanage of being on fire or something like that.
Exactly. The starving
I,
refugees.
It's like
Jeez.
I gotta start picking and choosing my conscience. I actually start confiding to this unicorn as well, and just go like, money's tough where I'm from, and I had to take a job, and I wasn't getting any jobs as a bounty hunter, and somebody for whatever reason wanted this dryad, and I'm so sorry, and you've really helped me open my eyes here. Look, I came with some really weird looking folks. Are they in danger or anything at the very least? Is there some way I can make sure that they're safe? Like, not gonna lie, these tree folks have been sort of weirding me out with their crazy tasks.
When you're amongst the Fae, the best thing that you can do for your friends right now is help them complete all of these tasks without breaking any promises. Do not let them eat any food that is offered to them without giving something in return. That's a big one in the Feywild.
So, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, if they eat food without giving something else in return, they'll be trapped here forever.
So this is their way of giving back. By doing these things, they can eat the food and leave.
No, that may not have occurred to them, but that's entirely logical. That checks out. That checks out.
Oh, okay. So they're fine as long as they just do what they're supposed to do.
Yeah.
Oh.
Actually. So just, make sure, stop any fights from breaking out, make sure that they fulfill all the tasks that are assigned to them peaceably, and that's sort of the first step towards making things right.
Okay. What is your name, friend?
Names in the Feywild are a dangerous thing and cannot be easily
Names
given.
are a concept, you're right.
Names are a concept, especially when they weren't specifically written in the module and the Dungeon Master has to come up with one on the spot.
Okay. Yeah. Can I call you Phineas? You look like Phineas.
We'll work with that.
Okay, Phineas, I gotta go back and make sure my friends do their job. They've kind of run into risk before. I think I should probably... Could I catch a ride?
Catch a red.
Justice once. Phineas the unicorn added 2 notes. All right.
Okay, I'm going to ride a unicorn back to my job.
Okay. All right, so we'll have another guest arrive before you arrive on a unicorn. So, who's going to be up at the front when the next guests arrive? Or do you sort of...
I'll see to the next guest.
Okay. 2 Fomorians roll up.
Oh, boy. Those are...
Whoa. They're huge.
They's a big.
Yeah, those are huge. Ugh.
Kind of go
giant and under.
to help. Like, hey, you should ask them if they're here together.
I'll just try in Elvish, or that doesn't work. Then I'll go Silvish, and I'll go Common. That's all I got. Hello, are you? Shall I seat you?
They look at each other.
Yes, okay. So then I'll take my wave, and then I'll do some air traffic controller, and I'm like,
You have to dance though while you do it.
Roll a performance check.
oh, man. Oh,
Hey.
Oh.
they got some. They're feeling it.
I dig it.
I got some thaumaturgy. I'll throw some in there, just like.
All right. Where are you gonna lead them? They're with you now.
All right. So I'm gonna bring them here and see if they're okay with standing, or just like they want to sit, or just put them over in the tall section.
Yeah, they're probably the only guests so far who can actually see over the trees who are seated up at the front.
Oh my gosh.
See, this is what I was planning this like 5 moves ahead. Like that's how you win at D&D.
500 IQ.
Yeah.
All right.
Then I'll just like dance my way out and figure up. Just
Love it.
Next up, a very finely dressed gnome and a blink dog, a Fey dog, show up. The dog is also finely dressed.
Oh.
Nice. Aww.
it's also badly dressed. The citizens of this session have been so good.
It's got a little bow tie. I'll take these ones.
Hello,
Excuse me,
yes, indubitably, yes, quite there, yes, good, thank you, yes, go ahead, sorry, I interrupted, go ahead.
Follow me.
Yes, I am the fantastic Bumblebeans here to perform. Where will you send the talent? I am the talent. And do you have a green room? And is there a bowl with only brown Skittles in it? Do they, Grumbles, do they make brown Skittles? Have Skittles been invented yet? Are we going to be copyright marked for this?
So he's a performer?
Yes, Bumblebeans is here to dazzle this theater.
Okay. Do you have any like identification to prove that you are who you say you are?
Ooh.
Like, I don't know, you just kind of walked in off the street. If you were a performer, wouldn't you already be like backstage? I need to see some identification, sir.
I also like that you've turned into the police. You're like, who goes there?
Look at me. I am the captain now.
Well, you know, a musician requires no identity other than the reputation. And the fantastic...
I do not know who you are.
Where are you even from? Are you from around here? Do you know who I am?
No.
Grumbles,
No.
the blink dog, starts just howling.
It's an Alaskan Husky.
Or like Beagle. I kind of like pet him like, there, it's okay. Hang on, your owner might be a fraud.
And you hear a hiss and a low growl that sends the hairs, well, you're a dragonborn, you don't have hair, the scales on the back of your neck bristling as the displacer beast moves protectively between the dog and her kittens.
Aww. Okay.
Oh, territorial defense.
Babies.
That's precious. Okay,
Look, if you talk to Jazz can clear this whole thing up. I'm sure I'm on the list.
who's Chaz? Is there a Chaz? Is there a Chaz? I say really quickly. Can I get a Chaz over here? I kind of like press my hand to my like. Is there a Chaz? I need Chaz.
Party of Chaz.
I need Chaz on the floor. We got a bogey.
No.
I'll move my way between the displacer beast and this scene.
All right.
Are you all right, Bashira?
I'm trying to make sure this guy is who he says he is.
All right. A violet scaled fairy dragon wearing very large spectacles flits up. Hello.
Are you Chaz?
Yes.
So this baked beans says he's a performer. Do you have him on a list?
Baked beans. Most regrettably, we do not have a baked beans on the list.
Okay, sir. So what I'm gonna do, because you're not on the list, I'm gonna put you. You're gonna sit right here. You're gonna sit here and you're gonna enjoy the concert with your puppy, and everything's gonna be fine.
This is outrageous. This is a disgrace. I will be speaking. Do you have a manager? Is there someone else I could talk to?
I am the manager.
Oh,
The power
me.
play.
yeah.
The power play.
Get this, Kevin. Or whatever they're called.
All right. Bumblebeans and Grumbles sit over there. Grumbles is bumbling over the roots, and Bumblebeans is grumbling, so it's all very topsy-turvy. But they sit down, and then a vision of glory appears as a drow mounted on Phineas, the scintillating unicorn. And again, it just started like the slow-mo and the light, and you get the Liv Tyler.
Feel the wind on my skin as all I have is a jacket and chest binder. It's beautiful.
Exactly.
One just tilts their head and just.
Is Sakari still charmed?
Yes, but you are free to move about the cabin, but you have very strong opinions about who should win.
Okay.
Just go. I kind of like ride them all the way over to gosh, what it was like. I kind of like ride them all the way to this seat over here. Like I ride them all the way over here.
Mm-hmm.
And I go like yo, thanks for the chat, Finn. It was really helpful and like super insightful. I think I'm okay. You okay? You vibing?
I am vibing.
Excellent. All right.
Vibe check.
Give me some hoof right here. Just kind of like slowly tap, yeah. And I'll catch you. Talk later after the show. Enjoy it.
Go in peace. All right. Barring anything else, any interrogations people might have about this course of events, the next performer is going to step up. Silfar the Great. Everyone go ahead and take whatever positions you'd like.
I'm over here fangirling.
I'm gonna listen to the hags complaining because I think it's funny.
I'm gonna stay here with baked beans because his name is Baked Beans, and I'm really hungry.
Does not like the looks he's getting. Not only is his ego still stinging, but there's this strange glint in your eye.
While I walk past Bashra, I'll also give him like another like bread and like packed meal of the side just to make sure that they don't eat baked beans by accident.
Thank you.
I got you.
Excellent. The next performance begins. The last performance. Apparently, something went wrong with the guest list. There were supposed to be 3 performers, but somebody didn't show up. So that's fine.
Strange.
Not a problem.
I really could have thought.
Right? No
COVID,
baked beans on the
right?
list. And
Well,
Silfar the Great plays a beautiful, soothing lullaby. Everybody roll a wisdom saving throw with advantage because you're wearing stuff for your head.
Does with advantage mean I just roll twice?
Yeah, you roll twice and you take the better of the 2.
Come on.
All right, so everyone is fine except as Sukari is like getting autographs signed and talking about the glory days. That beautiful music wafts over you, and you pass out and fall asleep.
Dang it.
okay.
Just in the middle of talking and being like, "Oh, I love you so."
All right, and as this is going on, you start to hear a ruckus. Apparently, those seats are cursed. Over from the back of the area. Does anyone here speak giant?
Ugh. The negative for
That
me.
deep speech?
What about
No.
undercommon?
Mm-mm.
No
Come
undercommon
on,
from
Drow.
Drow.
Nothing.
Deep speech not undercommon. Unlucky.
Oh.
All right. So who's closest to them? Quinn, roll an insight check.
Okay. Insight.
Okay, guy.
Right up.
Okay, guy.
20. All right. So that should not have been made with advantage. So we're gonna take the.
Sorry.
No, that's fine. That's totally fine. What I do in these cases is I just take the first number.
The
So
first number, yeah.
a 13. All right. It's hard to get a read on the Fomorians, but they are shouting. You know, they're doing the. And they occasionally thump their clubs on the ground. And you're not entirely sure what the context is, but it doesn't seem to be positive.
They're both doing it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I will. I'll move myself like here, and then Quinn will take their glaive and like kind of do the same thing to be like I'm on the same wavelength as y'all. Simmer down.
Okay, roll another performance check.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
All right,
Ooh.
a 13. All right, they are into it, but they are not simmering down.
Okay. Well. Yep. I hear you. I feel the same as you.
And then a strange, musty smell drifts across from the benches nearby you.
Oh.
The mushrooms.
Greetings, esteemed member of the local staff. The vibrations emitted by our fellow concert goers are disrupting our enjoyment of this experience. Would you please assist in the cessation of the vibrations?
Not giving out good vibrations?
I
Am I
here
sleeping?
at the
You are still sleeping.
Okay.
here at the Peace and Harmony Amphitheater, we want folks to enjoy themselves as best we can. But what I can give you is a drink coupon. So after this, and I'm just like I'm gonna rustle of like the piece of my blanket that's still shredded, and just be like, "This is a golden drink voucher for the after party. So all three of you can get 2 rounds."
Roll a deception check.
Yeah,
Okay.
I hope this falls flat.
Damn.
What?
Listen, I mean, it's kind of an exclusive after party. I don't know if you guys have gotten the invite, but if you can get yourselves there, you've got 2 drinks.
All right,
Each.
so chat just gave you redeemed channel points to give you a treasure. So as you're ripping things apart, you find an actual secret golden coupon for 2 drinks at the after party, miraculously in there.
Fake it till you make it.
So again, at the after party, like as a way to I obviously want to make sure everyone's comfortable. Well, let's let them have their enjoyment now, but then you guys at the after party, that's your time. So there you go.
Turn up.
Thank you, kind being. We are incapable of ingesting alcoholic substances, but this glimmering prize shall remain an everlasting sign of the peace between our peoples.
All I want is peace, man. All I want is peace.
We should give peace a chance.
Okay.
All right. I think that you've navigated this chaos sufficiently. I am gonna have Sukari roll 1 additional wisdom saving throw. Wake up.
Mhm.
Wake up.
I'm up. Whoa. Damn,
And as you awaken, Silfar the Great has been declared the winner. A lot of you sort of get the impression that this was sort of rigged, and everyone expected Silfar the Great to win because he's in good with the Fairy Queen and he's supposed to perform afterwards, and everyone else was just sort of like, here for the exposure bucks. Very politics.
Oh.
It's it's a whole thing.
Mm.
But unless you have anything else that you'd like to do, you are welcome to continue on to the final challenge, especially since we're getting close to the closing time that we did.
Enjoy the paper.
Huh?
Sorry, go ahead, Ash.
I was gonna say let's go on to the next challenge because I was promised a feast and there have been no feasting as yet.
All right.
Yeah.
So
I get a little hangry sometimes.
Sakari reluctantly leaves the side of the winner of the competition.
all right. So the last part of this, the taste testing.
Uh-oh.
Yes. You are brought, Sukari, chat has given you inspiration. You may redeem it on a roll of your choice to have advantage.
Very
You are
nice.
brought to a living, hollowed-out tree holding a massive, well-appointed kitchen. Your final task is your most dangerous yet. You must serve as taste testers for Lady Verinestra's spring ball. You must make sure that each meal is delicious as well as free of poison and enchantment.
Yes. I was made for this. Let's go, boy. Oh.
The kitchen is full of steaming pots and simmering pans. It smells unique to each of you, reminding of your favorite food from your childhood. Smell whatever smell it is that evokes nostalgia and a feeling of safety, golden better time. That's what it smells like. In a dark corner of the room, mushrooms are growing out of the otherwise spotless ground. Through a high window, the vibrant colors of the setting sun cast a multicolored glow across the room. So, there are the following features in this room, and I'm probably going to shift us back to previous scenes so that everyone can sort of... Again, we're just doing theater of the mind with some drawings. Let's get rid of all of our fabulous friends.
Not the names.
Oh, I'm saving those.
Yeah.
I'm just hiding them. I'm not getting rid of those.
Okay.
Way. So, now Bemmie, you would know this from your conversation with the unicorn. You have not completed the challenges, meaning that the exchange is not yet complete, meaning that the food is not safe, and if you eat it, whoever eats it will be trapped in the Feywild.
Oh, yes.
So you need to test the food to make sure it's delicious, not poisoned, and not enchanted. But if you eat it, you will be imprisoned here. The room
Gross.
has the
Like
following... Sorry, go ahead.
Like we have to spit out the food? Ugh.
Well, you guys don't know that yet. I only know that.
Okay.
Have an action before, like, I don't know if we're like cutscene right now or like we're free to act.
Pitch me on whatever it is.
I was gonna bless the party.
Done.
Cool.
The party
Okay,
is...
so second level, I can get everybody.
Everyone is blessed, meaning that you get an extra D4 you can roll and add to your attack rolls and saving throws.
Woohoo.
Okay. And who do we have here? We have the hedge. So I'm going to describe the room briefly. The stovetops are full of delicious smelling food. Everybody roll a, let's see, interesting. Either a charisma saving throw or a survival check, whichever is higher. Make sure you turn off advantage.
Is there any time to relay the information that I learned to the
Yes.
party?
You are welcome to convey that information to the party.
Okay. I do relay to them that I go like, hey, so this third task is kind of a trick question. I'll just roll my saving throw real quick, just to be honest. Jesus. We can't eat this unless we give something, and I don't know if we have to finish 3 tasks in order to eat the food. That would be kind of doing. Basically, we have to do a favor or give them something in order to eat the food. So, if we eat this, we are never allowed to eat. Well, them being literally the Feywild. So I had a conversation. Remember that unicorn rode back in with?
Oh yeah. They were kind of
Not really.
Okay, so I rode off with a unicorn that was supposed to be a guest for the show, but then I came back and I made friends with them. I broke the ice. Pretty cool person named Phineas. They were great, and they kind of just sort of gave me a warning that if we eat the food without offering anything or doing anything for them, we are never going to be able to leave here.
I literally don't understand. I cannot comprehend.
So if you eat, the food is gone. You can't go looking for more food. The food you ate here is the last food you eat. No more food.
Okay, that I understand.
Okay, good. Well, if in that case, so proposal, we say fuck this noise, and we get out of here. And we kill anybody along the way. With the moral understanding that they just tried to trick us, make them do their work for them for free, and then trap us here forever.
You bring up a good point.
Which is kind of imprisoning and kind of enslaving people. So just kind of throwing it out there. Food for thought, no pun intended. It's not food for thought, literally.
Oh.
I'm going to interject here.
Okay.
And say that, hilariously, everyone has failed the check to avoid being distracted by the delicious food, except for Bashara.
Damn it!
Was I even able
Ironic.
Was I at least able to get the information across beforehand? Or
Yeah. No, you're totally fine. Like, you're able to talk, but the food smells so good that anybody who tries to do anything that isn't related to eating the food, all those rolls are at -1.
I'm very grim.
So I just say, part of my heart is with you and part of my heart isn't. I do agree that we should conclude our business here, but I will try to avoid bloodshed against those who potentially don't deserve it. But I reserve the right. I'll go into my pack and then get my candles, alm box, set it down like a little ritual and say, I offer this in exchange for my time here. Please let me go. I got stuff to do. Light it, do a little prayer, hope for the best, and then I'll grab something and give it a taste.
All right. So there are 2 other people in this chamber as you do this.
Okay, wait. So who do I see?
There is a pixie with an incredibly tall chef's hat, like precariously unbalanced. And there is another myconid, another mushroom person, who's mostly just sort of shuffling around, tending the mushrooms. The pixie is frantically moving around, flitting from pot to pot, stirring things, and yelling and screaming at a kitchen staff that does not exist.
So I'll go over to the chef and then just kind of take the little camel scene over there. And then also say, I see you're working very hard. I won't take up any of your time. An alms for your efforts. And then I'll put my 5 gold there and just say, thank you, chef.
Oh, I can't take this. This isn't my food. I'm working for the boss.
Can you pass this to upper management then?
Not until I'm done. If I show my face out of this kitchen before I've completed a complete 5-course meal, I'm gonna be pixie dust. Do you hear what I'm talking about?
I will avoid that. So I'll save 4 of the coins for the boss, 1 for you for all your hard work. Every labor should be paid. Can I offer you a blessing? I can bless you.
I need a blessing. I take that. Leonard!
All right.
Leonard! This fish is so raw! I can wear it as a hat! That doesn't make any sense. I'm so bad at this. Oh, my whole career is a lie. I just want to be like the yelling man, but I'm not! I'm never gonna be like the yelling man!
I know it's hard. I will. Why not? I'll recast Bless at the 3rd level so I get the party and the chef.
All right. The chef appreciates it, but again, cannot accept a gift on behalf of the food because it is not their food.
Yeah, so I didn't do it for the food. I did it for their labor, for their effort.
That is much appreciated. Labor should always be paid. What are the rest of you doing? Does anyone have any ideas about how to either unlock the door is locked? It's not railroad locked, meaning you could investigate it and try to bust out. So either you need to figure out a way to bust out of here, or you need to figure out a way to verify that the food is not poisoned and is delicious without tasting it.
Okay. So I failed the charisma save, but does it make me want to have the food, or am I just distracted by the food?
You are not compelled to eat the food. Your mouth is watering and it smells so good, but there's no effect compelling you to make any sort of choice.
Okay. So, all right. So in my subconscious, I still know that if I eat this food, I'm screwed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So with that being said, I see them naturally attracted to the food. I see the other two that are still like looking. I see the door is locked. What kind of door is it?
The door is made of knotted branches.
Oh, okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at my D&D Beyond, and I'm going to cast Eldritch Blast on the door.
Oh god. Yeah,
Roll for damage.
All right. Okay. 9.
9. Okay. Some splinters fly off from the knotted branches. Theoretically, you are not sure if that... It would take a while. It would take a while to get any results.
Is it so dense and thick that it just... Does it self-repair or anything like that, or does it...
It does self-repair, but it would take... Basically, it would take hours. I'm not saying no. I'm saying, like, literally you would just be sitting there for a while.
Okay, so is there a way? Okay, I go over to the pixie and I go, I'm so sorry to bother you. Does the door unlock when you finish making the meal?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Can we help you finish making this meal so that way we can all just leave? Like, do you know what's left needs to be done?
I have no jurisdiction over your specific deal, but if you'll agree to find all of my food-related performance puns devastatingly brilliant, maybe we can work something out.
Okay, I am all for that. Love a good pun. Perfectly fine.
All right. So go ahead. Do you have proficiency in chef's utensils?
I have proficiency in not that.
Okay. Roll an intelligence check with disadvantage.
Disadvantage. Yeah.
I mean, cooking is kind of like herbal,
17,
wouldn't you agree?
It's... What did you say?
And so, like, cooking is kind of like herbalism, wouldn't you agree?
I could see a cross applicability for herbalism here. You know, with like
exact measurements, delicate motions, measuring.
Application.
I do come with a mortar and pestle.
All right, I think you could definitely use that to help with the cooking. Do you have a full herbalism kit?
I do.
Okay. Is there anything else that you can use herbalism for? You know what? Mull that over. I want to check in with Ash and Aryn real quick. So, Ash, let's go to you, and then let's go to Aryn.
Roll 17, by the way, just so you know.
Excellent.
Okay, so I'm the food. While I'm very hungry, starving, I am not like, oh god, I'm gonna eat everything. And I have been warned that if I eat anything, I'm gonna be trapped here forever. Which doesn't sound like that bad idea if I get to be trapped in this kitchen. But I'm gonna start I'm gonna go over to the stove and start whiffing the bubbling things to see if I can smell any kind of poison or anything that smells off. What is this thing that is boiling in front of me? What is this dish supposed to be?
It's some sort of a stew with this brassy metallic flakes all throughout it. And every time that it bubbles, there's this tiny musical chime that pops up. Why don't you roll a survival check to see if you can discern any sort of poison in it?
Cool.
And we got a 17. Okay. You don't smell any poison, but the sort of poisons that one might use in a Fey meal, you're not sure if you've ever encountered them before.
So if I put any of this in my mouth at all, I'm gonna be trapped here forever. Can I dip my little pinky finger in and
it might end up being some sort of a Hades and Persephone sort of deal, where there were 3 drops on it, so 3 months a year you're stuck here, something like that.
I'm gonna summon the chef over. Hey, what does the chef have a name?
Yes, Plump Xanthanum.
Plum Xanthanum. Aww. Hey, Plum Xanthanum. Who is this dish for?
This is for the Lady Varanastra herself. It will be served at the highest of tables.
What is it supposed to be?
This is an essence of a spring morning, lightly dusted, with a little bit of that, when you see a shooting star and your heart kind of goes wub, 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 wub. It's got a little of that in there, too. Also beans. A lot of it is beans.
Okay. I'm not really getting the essence of spring in this dish. Do you have any kind of, I don't know, something to punch up the flavor a little bit?
Are you asking me to kick it up a notch?
I'm asking you to kick it up a notch.
Okay.
The Plum Xanthanum starts shuffling through all the different spice racks and stuff, looking for something with a little bit more pizzazz. While that is happening, Aryn, what are you doing?
Okay. So, I take the torch out of my pack.
Okay.
And I walk over to the chef. And I reach over them to the stove and light my torch on fire. And I say, look, little fairy, not trying to be rude, but I know that there's something going on here. I know you're trying to trick us. If it's not you, it's somebody above you. And I would like to talk to whoever's running this joint, or I'm going to burn that door down.
Roll an intimidation check.
Subtle. I like it.
An 11.
Yeah, you present an interesting offer, and this is a really tough choice that I have to make. But I've been thinking about it for a while, and in response to your offer, I say chicken.
Chicken?
Yeah, roll a saving throw. Specifically, roll a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, are you getting polymorphed?
Maybe. You are now a chicken.
Are you at least not going to eat them? Or you're not going to eat them, right?
Nah.
I'm not.
Okay.
Oh.
All right, so
Well,
I want to leave as much as you. So just I mean, I may not be the most helpful person in the kitchen, but we have the same goal. So let's try to work together. So what we got? What do we need to do?
Okay, let me think about this. All right. Here.
While he's thinking about this, I'm also gonna. This is out of love. I'm gonna Eldritch Blast. What's your name?
Sakari.
Sukari, out of the polymorph.
All right. So are you distracting the chef and then nuking the chicken?
No, I'm not trying to distract the chef. I'm just like, okay, while you think about that, hold on 1 second, and I'm just gonna Eldritch Blast Sukari out of it. Like, I'm not even trying to be subtle about it.
Okay, you're just gonna frag the chicken. Okay,
Yeah.
roll the attack. We'll just call it an automatic success.
Okay, cool. 8.
All right. Chicken has like 1-2 hit points maybe. So Sukari, you are now no longer a chicken, but you do take 6 points of damage after your chicken form is annihilated.
Your chicken form.
Ow!
Did you want to be a chicken?
No, but I
Okay,
don't. Fine.
you're welcome.
Thanks.
Yeah. All right. What we gotta do is I clap my hands together, just totally blowing over the fact that I just Eldritch Blast first.
Plum Xanthanum looks over, looks at the two of you. Yeah, that's fine. Add some of this. And after responding to the last piece of feedback, first off, everybody roll 1d20 because we had chat redeem a treasure.
Okay. Is there a way of just rolling a general d20?
Yeah, I'm just gonna
I
give
guess-
this to whoever gets the highest roll. Oh my god,
I'm
never
just gonna
lucky.
roll something with like a 0 modifier.
Perfect. No, that works. All right. As you de-chickenify the chicken, you happen to come across a leaf sieve, a silvery leaf that could be used to strain something.
Strain?
To strain something, yes.
Like,
No, not like a strain, not that kind of leaf. Like you could strain something through it.
oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. So at that, the mushroom person over in the corner shuffles and plods slowly, looking at the ground over to the other side of the room. Grabs some of the trash in the trash bin. Shuffles slowly over to the mushrooms. Dumps it out on the mushrooms. Shuffles slowly to put the trash can back. Drops it with sort of a, very like thud.
Yeah. What happens to the trash on the mushrooms?
See my next action. I want to dig through the trash.
the mush, like it sort of just slops onto the mushrooms. You get the impression that's how the mushrooms are cultivated.
Oh. So it's just like a dumping corner, and just over time, nature has taken its place there.
Exactly. You turn trash into ingredients.
Oh.
And the depressed mushroom person just sort of shuffles back over.
We'll just go to a corner and rust.
Exactly. Here I am, brain the size of a planet.
Yeah. So glad you got that. Okay. I hold the leaf, so I just find this leaf on the ground.
Sort of tucked up amongst the shelves. Plum Xanthanum is gonna grab a dash of forbidden love off the shelf and then just put just a tiny little bit. We needed to put some,
You need to hit it with the bam! Bam!
Yeah.
Do the bam!
Yeah.
So
Pork tender, and then bam.
mhm.
All right, and then okay, Salt Bay it. All right, understood. Perfect. I go, what's this for? And I just kind of just hold the leaf.
Oh, that sieve stuff. It's a sieve. It's for mugwump mostly. If you want something other than trash.
Plum Xanthanum points over at the depressed mushroom man.
Oh, okay. So, all right, I guess I just have this now. So, what do you need us to do? What can we do to get out of here faster? How close are you to being done? Because I'm sure they don't want you to do it forever.
No, well, no, obviously not. But I think that The ethereal turkey is gonna need a couple more hours in the oven. Yeah.
Is there any way I could Eldritch Blast that to make the process go a little bit faster?
I mean, if the process is ruining a perfectly good ethereal turkey.
Question:
Look,
do
you know,
Go ahead.
Oil.
Yes.
oil and like a big vat, we could flash fry the turkey with some of your Eldritch Blast stuff.
oh my gosh.
It's daring. It's dangerous. I heard you can make it. You burn down the entire kitchen. Let's do it.
You want to deep fry a turkey?
Hey, that's what Popeyes kind of does.
I've heard of more than one person trying to do a backyard flash fry on their turkey and burning things down. All right.
Walk me
Either
through
way.
the process.
We either burn this place down or we cook the turkey faster. Either way, we get out of here.
Brilliant.
Ooh,
But the
okay.
door isn't open.
Yeah, it will be soon though.
One way or another.
Okay. So
Oh man.
the plum xanthanum is going to grab a whole bunch of oil. Everyone look around and tell me what sort of pot you find to perform the flash fry.
Ooh, I got a nat 20.
Okay, what do you find?
Like a perfectly serviceable like huge pressure cooker size thing.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Got this.
The Vault of Adamantine Annihilation.
Yes, I found the Vault of Adamantine Annihilation. I got some oil.
All right. Somebody else, roll a check to find some oil. Investigation would work. Herbalism would work. Perception would work. Somebody who has it.
Yeah.
I'll do that.
All right, Ash, go ahead.
Yeah.
22.
Nice.
Awesome.
Nice.
What sort of oil do you find in this mystical fairy kitchen?
It's straight up and down, pure, none of that magical bullshit. It's just Crisco. That's it.
It's in like the cardboard with the slightly waxy. It's got the picture of a cake on it, which is why when I was a kid I ate a scoop of it because I thought it would be, and it was not. That was bad. It, you know.
You're here? You're still here and kicking?
I am. You know, heart
Wow.
disease hasn't claimed me yet.
Nice.
All right.
A mystical artifact from the future. Let's do it.
You can fry some turkey in this.
All right. So we're also going to need some seasonings. Bemmie or Aryn, one of you two look around for some seasonings.
I
What season? Yeah.
Go ahead. I have +5 perception. So unless you have anything better.
I'm proficient in investigation, but I only have a +4.
Go for it.
All right. 11.
Okay, let's double season it.
Oh, actually, question. I'm sorry, this is already after the roll, but just in case, would you let Sarika help me to get an advantage on this so we could do it together? Or
With a +5 on perception, go ahead and make a separate roll, Sukari.
Okay.
And,
Okay,
and if you get better, then you take it. Actually, and that'll make sense.
Nope.
Okay. You are not entirely able to read some of the labels on these things.
Okay. I
Oh,
kind of just
no.
unravel some of the jars and kind of take a sniff and just go yeah, this is strong enough to maybe be a season here. And I pass them one of the random bottles that have a really strong odor emanating from it that smells kind of nice, but it definitely, I don't know, maybe spicy.
Ingenious, visionary, incredibly dangerous.
Yeah, we'll take that, I guess.
All right. Plum xanthanum somehow levitates the turkey and just sort of like levitates the Crisco and just sort of like scrapes it all out, levitates the turkey into it, spins it around real good.
This is what you're supposed to do, right? This is the normal technique.
I guess so.
Okay. All right.
Never seen
Loads
it.
in the seasoning.
I'm gonna back up as far as possible, like one of the other corners. The
Okay.
opposite corner.
Mugwump, hold this.
Mugwump plods
Oh, God.
forward. Grabs the adamantine vault of annihilation. And points it at you.
And now, the eldritch energies of the infernal underworld themselves to give that forbidden heat and kick off the catalyst to my greatest culinary creation of all time.
The forbidden heat.
Which will be the name of my next erotic novel.
Go ahead.
Xanthanum is a pixie of many talents.
All right, go ahead and roll. Now, what is everyone doing? Let's run through real quick because Bemmie's got a, you promised to flash fire this thing with an Eldritch Blast, so you're already, you're needed here.
Yeah, but I'm gonna do it from a distance.
Okay. Bashara, where are you and what are you doing during this process?
It's my idea, so I'm fully committed. I'm gonna, stand a little bit closer than most, than probably is advisable, so I can make sure that we don't burn the turkey. Make sure we get it right.
Okay, respectable. I like it.
I salute you.
All right, Sukari, where are you during this process?
Sakari is understandably afraid. Goes to the corner, flips a table over, and just kind of peeks over it, but tries not to be noticed. Doesn't like to show fear.
It's not fear, it's a healthy dose of caution.
Survival.
You just hid behind the table. I'm not afraid.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm yeah.
All right. Bemmie, where are you?
Where as far as I can be, literally across in Turkey. The only
Okay.
thing I will ask is if there's any kind of shiny thing. I don't know how the magic or the science of Eldritch Blast works, but I don't know if there's maybe some shiny thing I could deflect off it so I could go back a little further and go to pew pew, kind of like.
We do have another mystical artifact, the same place that we received the ointment of Kirish Ko. I believe it is known as aluminium foil.
Excellent.
We tried to get the tin foil, but it was sold out.
No problem. I understand. I have to go to the Dollar General brand. I mean, anyway, so I'm going to. All right, so then I'm going to stand even further back as much as I can and kind of do an Eldritch Blast towards that and then deflect it onto the turkey.
Okay, so before we bounce an Eldritch Blast of unholy fire off of a piece of aluminum foil,
I'm going to maybe not do that.
Where's Quinn, and what is Quinn doing during this process?
Quinn is supportive of their effort, of all the efforts. So Quinn will be in the kitchen. Yeah, I'll be there. Ground zero. Why not? When I see Shikari go hide, I'll take my shield and just frisbee it across the floor. Just there you go.
Nice. Okay.
Some extra protection.
Okay.
For your vision.
Okay.
All right. Bemmie, you have the floor. What'll it be?
All right. Well, first I'm going to turn to Quinn, look at that beauty, and just give him a kiss before, in case anything else happens, so we just get all engulfed in flames. And go, I found you very beautiful. And then after that, I'm going to just take a deep breath and go, fuck the aluminum. I'm just going for the turkey. And gonna hold my hand out with the archer glove with the jewel inside it. My arcane focus. Just close my eyes as I get ready to aim at the turkey, or just kind of wince a little bit. Oh,
Cario,
shit.
do not close your eyes.
Oh wait,
Yeah, leave them open.
I kind of have disadvantage with this, don't I?
Yeah, you do. But you also have
Okay.
plus 1d4 because of Bless.
Oh, that's true. Okay. Yeah. Well, all right, here we go.
You can do it.
Let's hope. Thanks. Okay, so let's see. +6 to hit. Let's see. Oh!
Ooh.
Well,
Oh.
I have to roll with disadvantage though, so
Yeah, you do.
Okay.
You do.
No.
Oh.
Wait, hold on. We got like a one. We got a 1d4.
It's a
Crit fail, son.
that's a natural
Yeah,
one.
I know, but let me roll the d4 for my own sanity. All right, let me slash roll one
D4, yeah.
d4. Yeah, unrecognized command. Oh, I spelled roll wrong. I'm sorry. I said roll. I'm really panicking here, so I'm not good at my spelling. Here we go. 2. So
Yeah,
it's
plus 2 to your
it's
critical failure.
So it's 9. Okay.
Okay.
So the door's open either way, I would just imagine.
All right. A burst of eldritch light emits from your hand, which is itself glowing with fey light. And the two of them together are too much to see. Your hand drifts. And you were asking earlier if there was something that you could bounce it off of. You didn't see it earlier, but up in the shelves is the fine silver platter, you know, the really nice stuff that they keep in the hutch. And the Eldritch Blast ricochets off of that, bouncing around. Everybody ducks as it just explodes, hitting pieces. It blows up the jar of forbidden love that scatters all over the place. It smashes right through a box of childhood memories that are also scattered. It even singes some powdered heartbreak, which scatters around the room. And finally, it lands right back where it was intended, in the turkey fryer. But it hits at the exact wrong angle. Fire erupts from within the adamantine vault of annihilation, engulfing Mugwump the Myconid.
No.
It's okay, he's no longer suffering.
Mugwump did nothing wrong.
Freedom, the sweet release of death.
Wow, this got dark.
Yeah.
We were making a turkey man, and now we're like, you know, euthanizing people. It's kind of dark.
This session started and ended with the funeral. I made a sense.
Bookended.
Called a narrative. That's a narrative closed loop.
But we're gonna pop the loop in one little way, and then we're gonna go to bed. Everybody slowly regains consciousness after the thunderous roar that echoed across the chamber. Ashes of meals drift through, and the living wood is burning, and you can see the door of knotted roots behind you collapsing as this terrible fireball that erupted from the adamantine vault of annihilation consumes the tree, beginning the very seeds of ruin that will undo the entire feast of the Archfey Lady Venestra. But as you gather your wits and begin to pull yourselves from the ruins, the vault shifts, and a single charred fried turkey leg emerges from within, imbued with unholy magic from whatever it was that you poured into there. The Turkey Lord takes its first steps into conquering its new Fey kingdom, and I think we'll end our adventure there.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Do we at least meet out of there, out of curiosity?
I think that like the shot ends with you ducking and running out of the kitchen into the Feywild to find your own way home, as the Turkey Lord begins its reign of terror.
Great.
That's fantastic.
Thank you everyone for playing.
That was amazing.
Whatever
Well.
subsequent guests have to deal with that, I'm sorry. we tried.
Wow, it went. All I'm gonna say is that it went from the fairy dragon being an absolute asshole, the fairy dragon farmer, to then me being chaotic evil, or not chaotic evil, but neutral evil, and trying to water balloon, getting a little bit of light on my hand because I rolled a 2, and then all of a sudden this happened.
The butterfly effect.
It's amazing. You love to see it.
One moment you're splashing sun-filled dewdrops, the next moment you're unleashing a undead fried turkey upon the land.
Yeah, be like that sometimes.
Yeah, it do.
Well, thank you so much, everybody, in this party for joining me. We're going to go ahead and call it there for the night. Thank you, everyone in chat, for participating. Super glad to have you. I was really glad to have this party together. Some good folks, some good friends, some folks I've been trying to have for a while. But barring any closing remarks from my guests, we'll go ahead and call it a night.
Just thanks for having me. That was a blast, literally at the end, especially. Yeah.
Yeah, thanks
Yeah.
for having me.
My pleasure.
Yeah.
All right.
Thanks for having me back. I love it. Good luck with the Turkey Lord.
Yeah, that
Right.
sounds like somebody else's problem now, right?
I feel like this should come back later in another campaign.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you can do a Thanksgiving campaign and you have to fight the turkey.
I'm taking
Yes.
notes. I'm taking notes.
Yeah.
It's gonna
8 months
happen.
away.
Yeah. Are any of you planning on visiting relatives? Because we'll get back on the calendar.
I'm here.
Yeah, I'm not
We'll
going anywhere.
see what the world situation is.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, I think, may I just plug one thing real quick, Gnomes?
Yeah, please.
Which is, if you enjoyed me and Aaron's stuff, we do a D&D campaign on my Twitch channel as well called Kuala and it's a lot of fun, and it takes place in like a tropical island. And
We just hit 30 episodes.
we did. We hit
Congrats.
30 episodes. So yeah, we're super excited.
Nice.
It's a lot of cool,
Nice.
amazing people, just like these amazing people. So thank you. And thank you, Gnomes, for letting me be a player for once.
Yeah, I know. As the designated DM, I know how that goes.
Oh yeah. But we love it. We love it.
We do. Anyone else have any shout outs?
Just gonna shout out my friends in chat. I see you. Hi everyone. Love y'all.
All right, cool. We'll call it good.
Yeah. Okay.
Follow all my guests on Twitter. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye.